year. Didn't know if you know that.
Did not know that.
Yeah, it's no longer a PlayStation exclusive, but I thought about because I really got big into Diamond Dynasty this year, and I thought about like making that switch to like a content creator, but that's such a grind, and I get wore out really easily. So I don't know about that.
So you're another sports fan, right? Now, real quick before we get started on the podcast on the topics on hand, um, I don't think I was feeling your Buccaneers win. I don't know if I was feeling that for you or not.
I'm gonna be honest. I talked a lot of junk about Tampa Bay prior to the Super Bowl. I did not expect Tampa's defense to do what it did. Um, I expected Kansas City to be able to throw all over
Tony was
Tampa Bay,
98 bit. Thank you,
and
Tony.
they did not. It was kind of like I just kind of sat there in like awe, like what am I watching? Like this is not the vaunted Kansas City Chief offense that I thought we were supposed to be seeing.
True. Between the whole NFL, I was like, man, I was saying earlier, I hope it doesn't get blown out of the way because Kansas City's had a good offense all year long. That they've been,
Yeah.
I mean, I was shell shocked. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little shell shocked. But again, Brady come through. I laughed so hard because you brought in the voodoo word, and it,
Mm.
a
Bro, it did happen, didn't it? Like Kansas City loses two or three offensive linemen. I'm pretty sure like Tom Brady like shot him with a bow and arrow or something. I don't. Listen, if when Tom Brady dies and they do an autopsy, they're probably gonna find a horseshoe up that guy's ass for sure. Like 100%.
be a
Like
golden
yeah, a
horseshoe.
goal, yeah, for real. Like I mean, but here's the thing. While Tom Brady had like a good game, the MVP should have been Tampa Bay's defense.
Oh, 100%. I'm
Like
with you.
Patrick Mahomes, like if that were you or I behind center, that's what we would look like on a day-to-day basis, right?
Yeah.
Just like get the ball and start running for our lives. That man had no chance to do anything. But I feel like and I was telling Kingpin this. I was like, I feel like Kansas City never made the adjustment to go with like quick hitters. They kept running these deep routes that if they would have just hike throw, like some slants, some like out route, something like that, like just to get the pressure off of them, like just get the ball out because every time he dropped back, like it seemed like there is nothing because they're running routes 10, 15 yards downfield. Like, oh, just go, you know?
Let me stop you real quick. Everybody in chat, is the stream okay? I just want to make sure. I've seen people get. Yes, we did have some technical difficulties. Um, I just I've had to move my setup here. A little crazy story here. I told Mason, I told Bullet. We've had some crazy weather in North Carolina. My chimney started leaking a little bit. I'm a big boy here, as you can tell in the camera here. I'm not some small lad. I wish I was, we ain't. Well, built like that. Metro, how you doing, my man? Tony, High Risk, how you guys? Um, as I'm climbing up in my attic, right? Again, I'm in this small little area here. I'm don't want to fall through the ceiling. I look over there to my right, and there is a massive snake skin up in my attic.
Oh.
And I'm talking. He's a hog. He ain't some little. Hey, how you doing, fella? Right? There's a snake skin. So in my mind, I'm telling myself, okay, what happens if I accidentally grab this Joker? Like, what's going to happen? He's gonna go for my neck, even though it's just hard to see and get to. He could go for it, right? So I've had to move my setup. Normally I'm back here behind here, but now I've had to flip it because there was some water dripping. Since then we may got took care of. Not 100% sure. So, woo, of course, yeah, move out. Hey, we just bought this house. Dick has crossed my mind. Hey, let's let's get out of here. You know what I say? Yo, but my setup is now different. Now you see the all that behind me now. Yeah. But yeah, all right. Sorry, Mason.
I would have moved, bro. I hate snakes. I would have been gone.
But this sucker, dude, the skin was like this, but I'm talking, dude,
Bro,
he's been eating good.
I have a like deathly fear of snakes. Like just the sight of a snake makes me like get the heebie-jeebies. Can't do it. Lisa wants to move like down south because it's like Arctic cold here, and I'm like no. I was like I'm not moving anywhere where those sons of bitches can live like all the time. Like here it's too cold, they'll die. They don't come here. Down there, bro, they'll eat my kids.
True. Well, okay, yeah, but this is okay. I'm not gonna argue with you.
Like I mean, I may be exaggerating a little bit, but like here we have garter snakes, right? That's it. I used to play with them as a kid.
I mean,
down there
we got blacks. So we got
pythons
black. No, not North Carolina. We don't got pythons in North Carolina, thank God. But black snakes can get up over 6 feet long, but they're small, right? But here's the good news: they eat poisonous snakes, so that's the plus side, right? That's the plus side. They're not going to come towards us, right? They will hold their ground, right? But hey, you do your job. Hey, we're good. Now, there's copperheads, which again they stay in their area. They're not much of a we're going over here, this and that, we're fine. Cottonmouths or water moccasins, as I call them, they're aggressive, they're short, fat, and they will come after you. Creeps me out. So yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm not a snake fan.
Yeah, I can't do it, bro.
Okay,
can't do it.
Let's get off. Let's get off snakes here. We're gonna get everybody the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, I'm already there.
Okay, so since you like sports, what do you think about NCAA football coming back?
Oh, dude, love it. I will 100% go back to streaming when NCAA football comes
100% with you, bro. I cannot wait.
I still play. I haven't played it in a while, but I still have NCAA 14 on my PS3.
The Michigan player?
Yep, Denard Robinson. And every year before college football season gets on, I get this itch, and I go fire it up, and I play it. I bought it. So, like, you can't get that game for less than $100 now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can't do it. So, back when I got my PS3, like, I bought a used one in, like, 2014 or something. And one of the first things I did is PlayStation had a sale on NCAA 14 for, like, $20. And I bought it. Boom. And ever since then, oh, man, I love it. I love the Dynasty mode. The fact, like, so I play Madden, right? And the problem I always had with Madden was after, like, 4 years of a franchise, the guys that start to move on, right? And it just doesn't seem authentic anymore.
Yeah.
But in NCAA football, like, after 4 years of college, you get new guys coming in and out all the time. So it's realistic. Like, 4 years later, your team's always going to look different.
Yeah.
And I would always dive like head first. Like I'd always have spreadsheets to see like what how my recruits were, and then like I'd kind of track them because you used to be able to import your draft classes from NCAA over to Madden.
Yep.
So I'd start up Madden, have a franchise going there, and like be able to see where my guys got drafted and stuff. And it was just like I was such a NCAA nerd. I loved it. When I heard that news, I was so. And then they were like, "It's not coming out this year." And I'm like, "Son of a."
I know. We need something.
I heard, and I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard that it's going to be next gen exclusive. So I like that because that gives me time to be able to track down a PS5 for the next, not this year, but the next. Because if it was this year. Like, bro, you can't find a PS5 anywhere. Like, you can't. I'd have to settle for an Xbox.
And I'm going to settle for an Xbox. I'm again. We
I
have.
will tell you this much.
We have our.
I would go buy one if that was the only way I could play it though.
And guys, if the stream is getting laggy again, I'm not sure what's going on my end, internet wise. I know I got drop frames going on. If it gets too bad, let me know and I'll restart the stream and. We'll see how it goes from there. We'll do some tech wizard ninja skills. Metro, yes, Mountain Dew, sir. Use code Chef for your next purchase of Mountain Dew orders. I'm just picking. We have no sponsorship with Mountain Dew, but Mountain Dew right now is keeping me going. Imagine if we did. Hey, Mountain Dew, free ads.
You tried the watermelon?
No, it's nasty.
You didn't like it? Oh,
Mm-mm.
dude. It was
They're
a little
giving that
too
stuff
sweet.
away.
I was a little too sweet, but I liked it.
What's going on, Skate? I'm excited for NCAA football. I'm like yourself. I enjoyed online dynasties. So much fun. Had a ball playing with my friends. Okay.
I hope I hope it's crossplay, because if it is, we'll run one.
We could do one. I have people already in line and
We
ready to
will
rock and
run.
roll.
Yes,
All
we
right.
will run.
So the topics on hand tonight, we're going to talk about Warzone news. We got season 2 coming for Cold War. But then after that, we're going to show the new TGBG next episode. I think that's what it's called, Maizin. The montage which is going to drop tonight on YouTube. We're going to show you a clip of that. We're going to show all of it tonight. Can't kind of wait. There, so we should do. Oh, we will. All right. Bullet said we're going to do a little giveaway. Cool. Bullet, let's wait till we get to the end of Warzone to do the giveaway, and we'll rock with it. That sound good? Nightmare. I know. I love the name. Amazing. By the way, love the name. You're the YouTube editor. Love the name. Love the name.
I'm gonna be honest with you. The title of the YouTube videos is generally just the title of the song that I picked for said YouTube.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. And we'll get to more of that. Some little YouTube stuff when we get to YouTube. But I'll do. I'm not gonna lie. I was digging it. Warzone update. Cold War update. It drops. Season 2 drops February 25th. A lot of things, right? If you haven't seen the trailer, and if you still get into Warzone or Cold War, the trailer, in my opinion, was pretty good. I thought was one of the best ones I've seen. Right, totally changed the demeanor of the Cold War so far. Right, we're in the jungle. I was like, yo, are we bringing jungle back from Black Ops 1? The real jungle, not any of that crazy mess BO4 had. We're getting the real jungle back, not no underwater jungle mess. You know, I'm hoping, right? If you remember, if we got any old timers back in the day that played COD, we got the demolition mat spawn traps. It's kind of what I want, right? It's gonna get crazy. And have you seen anything on the new season 2 coming up? Have you found any info or heard anything? Because it hasn't been. They're not pushing it that much. I haven't heard just from what I've seen.
All I know is TC had told me that the rumor was for Warzone that they were going to take the dirty bomb maps that are in Cold War and they're going to make a map for Warzone with like all those different locations in the map, right? And it would make sense because I do believe the very first Cold War dirty bomb map was a jungle setting.
Okay.
So if because based on the trailer, you know, he's standing in a jungle or whatnot, that would, I mean, I could see it. The only problem I have is, in the trailer he says something about heading into Verdansk, right?
Yes, he did.
So I don't think they would, unless that trailer then transitions into a trailer of him like doing something to Verdansk, right? And then going back into the jungle, and that's how the new map would come into play. But I don't know. Like, I don't know. I thought about this, and I know there's a lot of people out there like, I want a new map, I want a new map, I want a new map, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like it was the same thing that happened in Fortnite. And then once the new map hit in Fortnite,
Dead.
Everybody wanted the old map back, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, Warzone now, the map is stale, yes. But I don't know if it needs a brand new map. Maybe different POIs throughout it. Maybe do like what Fortnite did with Tilted and blow it up. You know, maybe blow up Superstore. Maybe, you know, put a new POI in there.
Yeah.
Something like that. But I don't think a new map is needed. I don't think it needs a complete revamp.
You know, the more I've looked at the trailer and I think about the map now, what if they make the map bigger in a sense?
So that was another rumor. Kraken had told me that he had heard that they were going to make the map 8x8, right? So like when you pull up the map in Warzone, there's all those different grids, right?
Yeah.
And I believe like currently the current map is like 6 squares by like 6.5 squares, right? And the rumor was they were gonna expand it, so all those like out of bounds areas would then come into play. But the only issue with that is there's nothing currently in those out of
Areas.
bounds areas where you could be like, yeah, that's like, just a blocked off portion of the map. You can't go from, like, if you take the left side of the map over by Boneyard in that tree area, that's not jungle. That's, more
There's,
like a wooded area,
yeah.
right? You can't then expand that two squares over and that's now a jungle. Like, it just doesn't make sense. So I don't I really and truthfully I kind of like what they're doing. I like the aspect of we don't know what's gonna happen. I kind of like the mystery of it. I think as we get closer, they will um
There you go,
there'll be
Tony.
more and more like little hints coming our way. But I feel like they've done a really good job of keeping it under wraps and just
You know,
uh
and I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, Fortnite in itself was different because there wasn't no buildings, right? And I know some of the people who I play Warzone with, and the ones that don't like it, they're always talking about I can't get to this person in the building because it's hard. It's hard to get somebody to a building. So I don't know how to be like, Dirty Bomb, buddy. You're out in the open, right?
mhm.
If you land in and you're trying to get to a building, that's where you gonna have some. That's always the trouble part, in my opinion. Uh, if they change the map completely, I don't know. It might not be a bad thing. It may get people more to come on Warzone again. They don't want to pull people away from Cold War, which, in my opinion, people are not playing Cold War right now in general. I mean, it's not hitting right now. It's not
The
hitting
only
at all.
way I play Cold War is if I'm trying to level up a weapon to use in Warzone.
I feel you.
I was burnt out on Cold War 2 weeks after its release. I just did not feel that game at all. But I know there's people out there who love playing it, who enjoy the game. I think Activision has their work cut out for them, because I feel like their player base is very split right now,
Yes.
and you you have the people who only play Warzone.
Yeah.
Um, and then you have the people who really only play Cold War. And now the two games, so like season 2 of Cold War and season 2 of Warzone are now lining up, gonna happen at the same time. Whatever changes you make have to fit across the board for both games.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's just a lot of work. Fortnite, when they made changes, it was for one game. It was just that's their game. Whatever they do, it only. Um,
And
but
I 100% agree with you here. You can keep going.
yeah, like I just feel like I I think what they should have done is they should have made Warzone a standalone game that had no ties to Cold War, and then built Warzone more, and then they could focus, like, have a team for Warzone, have a team for Cold War, and those two games just have nothing to. Because like, you look at it, the Pro League skins that they just released, right?
Yeah. Hey,
You
Skate's got a question for you on what you're talking about. He goes,
about
do you think people dislike it because of skill based matchmaking? Would you think a solution would be to lower the skill based matchmaking? Not it'll have it as strong. You think that would pull back in people playing it?
for Warzone or Cold War?
Cold War. Sorry, I may have said that backwards. For Cold War.
Um, I don't
Me,
know. I didn't like it. I just didn't like the feel of the game. I didn't like the maps. Like, Miami is way too dark.
yeah.
Like, you can't see anything on that map. Satellite is way too open. Like it's a sniper's paradise. People are just hanging out in those dunes and just you're trying to play mid map and nobody on your team is challenging dunes. You're just it's you're done. Um, I just I didn't like it for that. Now, skill based matchmaking, I don't know because I remember back in the day you could get on and you could just get on there and pub stomp people and you would like it was just and nowadays like I believe I forget who said it, but like every game is like you're playing CDL champs.
Oh,
Like
100%. You know, and I mean, I was like, I don't know about you, but like at one point in my COD career, I wouldn't mind playing that. Right there, I had some initiative to play at that level. Now when I get on, dude, at the most 2-3 games, I'm mentally exhausted, and I don't know how you
mhm.
feel about it. I mean, I am. However, the work was right. I come on like, okay, I just want to get on, chill a little bit, maybe try to get some headshots in for my camo. And that's like, oh my god, I'm just trying to survive when I join the game. I feel like I'm playing a survival game.
I do think so. Calamity made a point about league play and how that skill based matchmaking should be in that. I think that if you wanted to play sweaty and if you wanted to play competitive style and you wanted to play people against your skill level, that's where it should happen. It should be like Rainbow Six. It should be that you have a ranking, the people you play are at your ranking, and as you go down in rank, so does the people you play against. Um, but I think the problem with COD is they've never been transparent about how their skill based matchmaking works.
True, they have it.
What are you like if I go into a lobby, what of mine is dictating who I play against? Because I tell you what, man, there's some games where I go on there and I'm a god, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like and then the very next game, I can barely muster a kill. So how does my skill-based matchmaking swing from that to can't get a kill at all or struggling? Like there's I feel like there's no consistency to the skill-based matchmaking, and a rank system would at the very least, make it to where you at least know what you're playing against. Like
True.
if like in Rainbow Six, if you were a plat one, you knew you were playing plat one, plat twos, or diamond players, right?
Yeah.
You weren't gonna get anything higher or lower. That's kind of that was your sweet spot. Um, so you knew if you got in a higher rank, the games are gonna be a bit sweatier. Like when I played Rainbow Six, I played those high levels. It was a totally different game than when you played low gold levels. It's two different worlds, and I feel like it would be the same in COD if they implemented it right.
Thank you
But
for
the
the host, Mr. Fatal. Thank you for the host, sir.
where they have it implemented now, there's just no consistency to it. It's just you're just
And I have a question for Skates in here and Metro, because I'm not sure, Metro, if you play COD much. I don't know if you're still here or not. People who can still play at that high level, right? Who can still, I laugh at when I watch Optic Hex and then play GB matches, right? Because connection's a big thing in pubs. When I watch them play GBs, it looks to me it's a totally different game, right? So they're not getting the full on experience of what us traditional like pub players are experiencing, because they're like I'm the host or we're hosting off this guy, right? It's a little bit different. And then whenever you come in here like, bro, you have said like you said like what I've been talking about, dude. One map, I'm tearing it up. You thinking, oh man, sign me up, phase. I'm ready to go.
with two Z's.
Yep, Tuesdays. And then and then the next one, the next game, I'm getting mobbed, and that makes me feel bad. I'm like, oh my, am I really this bad? Maybe I am, right? Maybe you know, maybe we start thinking like, maybe I'm just not up to par with Call of Duty now. It's like me and my Madden game, right? I can't keep up with the new buttons and control. I can't keep up. But then I go play an older Call of Duty and I just curve stomp. Like I don't know what the skill-based matchmaking is looking at. I don't know if it's score per minute, my KD, my win-loss ratio, if I'm playing with a team or if I'm solo. Like I would love to know, and we probably will never, ever know truly what they're looking for. And since
and I think that's why people have a problem with it, because you don't know. There's no way skill-based matchmaking can be that finicky one game to the next. It just I don't understand it. Like I don't understand how, like, any other game where you play and there's skill-based matchmaking, it's consistent.
yeah,
Like you could play 8 games of Rainbow Six in a night and your skill level would stay the same. Like you would never play anybody totally worse than you, and you would never play anybody just insanely better than you. But in COD, like 1 minute you're playing Timmy No Thumbs, and the next minute you're playing fucking Scump from Optic. Like
yeah.
listen, like I know I killed, Tommy Two Thumbs like 8 times, but you don't need to put me with
Hey,
pro players. Like,
hey, back in the day, man, Modern Warfare 2, that's how it was though. You had to learn. Bullet. You let me know if you want me to fire up the video and show them. You just say go now, and we'll switch over and we'll come back to Warzone. Just in chat, you just let me know. That's how I learned to get better. That's how I don't know about you, but that's how I got better.
yeah, 100%. Like back in the day,
That's how I got better at Call of Duty. I got beat.
You took your lumps, right?
Yeah.
Like you got in there, you struggled, and then it clicked, and then you finally were the guy beaten up on the new guys, right? And nowadays, like it's more of, there's no, like, you don't take your lumps, because 1 minute you're taking your lumps and the next minute you're a god, and you just don't know where you stand in the game.
Okay. All right, Mason, we're going to hold off right there. Metro, I'm gonna read you what you said in chat. Everybody, we're going to show the TGBG video right now. Mason did a great job on it. I can't wait. I haven't seen the whole thing yet. I can't wait to see it, Mason. We'll get back to this topic in hand. I'm going to pull this up. We're going to check it out. Make sure it looks good. All right. Everybody, this is the latest TGBG video that Maizin23 edited for he's a YouTube editor for TGBG. Let's take a look at it. First premiere here, right here, baby. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. I seen some nice stuff in there, guys. I'm kind of digging it. I love the song choice. I'm digging it.
I love that.
Good job, Mason. That was nice. I like it. I like it. Ooh, maybe we could do a showcase to people who do YouTube once a week on the podcast. I know we got some guys on the team that do YouTube. Hardy Shot does YouTube. I know I got YouTube. I make montages. Fatal posts his stuff. We got some people that could do show some love to people on the YouTube channel. Hey. Oh God, no Pornhub, no! Fatal. Hey, I like the triple piece. I like whatever we just bop that joker, player. That's what I'm talking about. Amazing, good job, player. That was nice.
Thank you.
That was nice. Good job, everybody. That was awesome. Well done, everybody. Nice. But yeah, Bullet, maybe next week we start showing showcases of people's YouTube videos. We gotta figure out how we can get that to work, but that may be something we do.
I think it'd be a cool little transition between topics.
Yeah, Bronze only shows to his OnlyFans, so I don't know how that will work. So, I don't know, Bronze, hey, hook us up, brother. Okay. Back on topic. Bro, yeah, Fatal, you walked in with that Joker, dude. I bet you scared that guy half to death. He didn't know what to do, you just beat him to death. We are off next week on the podcast. Yes, we're going to take a 1 week break and then be back at it again. All right, let's get back on topic at hand on Warzone. Okay, and Cold War and the update. Let me get back up here in the chat where Metro said something here. He goes, if I'm being honest, in BO4 and Cold War, people have been better at the game. True, 100% agree with you. Treyarch does a great job of making a game when everybody can shoot straight. I'm in the middle of that one. The skill gap is non-existent. You can go back to Jetpack COS, you'll be true skill gap because of the motion system. Very true. Even Modern Warfare had a skill gap because of the clunky movement system and match play. Then he goes, for example, the competitive scene, it just seems like so many people are good and can keep up. This is simply because the guns are more friendly usually to casual play. You said some things that I agree with in that sense. I will say BO4 was a good game, and you could shoot straight with attachments. The attachments work if I want to get crazy. And if anybody knows where I'm coming from, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Cold War in general, and this goes in with my notes here on the new update. In Warzone, they have noticed that some of the attachments for the Cold War weapons are not working at all. So if you put a grip on or a grip on your handle, it's not working at all. It's not working. It's not
working in ways
it shouldn't work. Okay. And I say this because look, I still play Cold War. I haven't much here lately because the TGBG Minecraft server is up and I've been playing Minecraft. Love it. Absolutely love it. If you like Minecraft, by all means, join us up on it. The information is on Discord. Come in there, play with us. We're going to fight the dragon for long. It's getting crazy. Oh, Mason is low. He is. Let me change the volume up. That music was cranking, but I was jamming. Let me turn Mason up here a little bit. For me, I played a lot of BO4. A lot. I put a lot of time and effort in BO4. Not so much competitiveness anymore. So, I did watch a lot of competitive in BO4. And we get in Modern Warfare, there was a skill gap, right? The sliding movement. Again, I prefer Infinite Warfare COS because that was my first, Modern Warfare 2 was my first game. So I like the look, the feel of Infinite Warfare games more than I do Treyarch. So don't cut me, okay? That's just me. There was a skill gap. Believe me, I've run up on people and dropped people. Now, when you take that same sense and I put in the Warzone, it's different. I lose gunfights, but I feel like I shouldn't lose, but I lose them anyway. I'm like, man, makes me think, right? It makes me think. I go from multiplayer in Modern Warfare, and I go to Warzone, it's like two different monsters, and it is right because it's they come out and said that it's different. It's a different game, which it's hard for me to go from pubs in Modern Warfare and pubs in Cold War, and I grab the FFAR or the FAMAS, I'm gonna call it. I can't use it in Cold War because it goes straight up. It goes straight up in the air. But in Warzone, I can laser you from across the map. Bro, again, okay, and again, I don't know who's cheating too, right? I don't know who's cheating.
As somebody who uses the FAFAR a lot in Warzone, it is a very good mid to close range gun, right? But if you get on the trigger on that thing, it will shoot to the moon still. But like you cannot shoot at range with that gun in Warzone.
But have you tried it in Cold War here lately?
I have not played Cold War, but I did try it when I did play Cold War. I tried to use it because I heard it was like an amazing gun.
It was.
And the first time I shot it, I was shooting at the stars. So, and I had never touched it then, and then it became kind of sort of meta in Warzone, so I gave it a try. And you would basically run the FAFAR like you would run an SMG. And so you can't. The nice thing about where Warzone is, after they nerf the DMR, there's a nice balance again in weapons, right?
Yeah.
So you see a lot of people running a variety of guns, and that it's kind of nice because my biggest fear when the integration happened was the Cold War weapons would be
I'm with you. Fatal, right? I'm with you on that one. I like the AMAX and Kilo as well, sir.
Right. So if you're going to run an AR, AMAX or Kilo is the play, right?
I've been using the GAR still.
I use the CAR all the time, bro.
I use the GAR, and it's still the GAR, and it still does good, right?
And that's the thing is, like, a lot of the ARs in Warzone, there's a nice little, like, tier system, right? Like, if you want straight laser beam, you go with the Kilo, right?
Yeah.
If you want another really good laser beam, and it's a very slept on gun now, is the GRAW. The GRAW is still a very good gun, but nobody really uses it because it fell off of the meta, right? Like once the Kilo became kind of like king, the GRAW kind of took a back seat. But you can still, like, it's still a very good weapon.
Bro,
the M4.
I remember telling people about the Kilo before people used the Kilo.
Right. Dude,
and I was like, bro.
Kingpin was, yeah. Kingpin
I was
used to preach it.
I was like, bro,
nah,
this Kilo, because I play Ground War, so I get long engagements with people in Ground War. I'm like, dude, this motherfucker be hitting hard. I'm like, you people, look, I know the streamers are going to use what's hot, but I'm going to tell you right now, when they find out how good the Kilo is, it's going to take over. And look what happened. That gun was it. The M4...
But it wasn't a broken gun, though. And that's what I loved about the Kilo. It was a very good gun, but it wasn't broken good. It was just a good gun, right?
Yeah.
And then the Kilo was... I feel like the Kilo was king shit for the longest time, and then DMR zone happened, right? And yes. I will be 100% honest with you. DMR zone was probably some of the roughest Warzone, but man, was it fun because everybody's using the same gun, and it's just whoever can outgun
the other one.
Yeah, and it was like you knew if you were running out in the open, you weren't gonna survive if somebody started shooting at you. You weren't making it. So you had to play differently, and now that there's a lot of balance. You'll see Bruins out there. You see cars. You see Kilos. You see people running the M13 again, M4, M16.
The Modern Warfare MP5. It's making a comeback.
Yep, a lot of people are using, like SMG-wise, you see people who tried and true Modern Warfare MP5, the Cold War MP5, MP7, the MAC-10. There's a lot of good balance in the game as far as guns go. They finally kind of hit that sweet spot where if you have a favorite gun, there's a good chance that not everybody's going to be using it. You know, like when we play quads these days, if I'm not sniping, I tend to run with the Bruin, and I'll run Bruin Mac 10, and then you'll have like TC who runs the AMAX, and then you'll have Kraken who runs the Graw or he'll snipe, and then you have Kingpin. Kingpin will run, I don't know, whatever he's feeling for that day. He doesn't really have like a set gun that he runs with, but not everybody's using the same gun. We're all using different, and you'll have somebody that has like a really good long range gun, and then somebody who can get up and do the close business. And I think that's what makes Warzone such a good game is if in your quad, you know who's gonna do what.
Yeah.
Like you know who's gonna get in there and get their hands dirty, like in push. You know who's gonna stay back. And there's a gun for every job.
You remember
now.
the Fortnite days?
Oh, dude.
Where's Chef at? Damn Chef's pushing the whole damn team. Come on, guys, shoot! Do something! Shoot!
Here's the thing, though, man, is gaming will never be as good as it was at peak Fortnite time.
Like, 100% agree.
I do not care. There will never be a game. Like, I couldn't really build, right? You couldn't really build. TC couldn't build. Kraken, like, against us, looked like he was a pro player,
he had some moments where he would sit.
Right.
I'm sure, like, this bitch just edited the wall and popped somebody.
You get us together, and it was a good time, and we could win games. Like, we could barely throw up a 1-by-1 as a team, but we could win games. And I hate that they killed Fortnite. Like, Fortnite just isn't what it was.
No.
Like, they added the bots. So now when you drop in, like, you're just teeing off on bots and you think you're a god. And then you run into the one person in the lobby that can build. And you're like, oh, nope, I'm still trash. But, yeah, like, but the cool thing about Fortnite was everybody had the same gun, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're either running a green AR, blue AR, SCAR, but you never had to worry about somebody having the most OP gun and you had to run for your life.
If you look at COD for OP guns, there's always been that one, and not, I'm going to say BO2 had, the FAMAS was the best gun in BO1. Modern Warfare 3, all of them were pretty balanced. We get into Black Ops 2, and at the beginning of that game, the FAL, the FAL, you could put that mod on it where it shot. You didn't have to shoot a single shot. You get shot like auto. It was slower, but it hit like a truck. At one time, that gun was, but you couldn't use it in competitiveness anymore. I remember that. It was broken. Infinite Warfare, as trash as the game was.
I loved Infinite Warfare.
I did too. I had moments in it.
Loved it.
There was a gun. It was a DLC gun. It had 2 barrels on it. I don't know if you remember. I can't remember what the name of it was. Had 2 barrels in it, and it shot faster. It's an SMG, but it's pretty much a small assault rifle, in an SMG mix. At one stage, me, Kraken, and TC were all laughing because every player on that map had that gun. Everybody had it. You died to that gun. And I remember Kraken's going, well, they can't say it's not balanced. I mean, all of us using the same gun. I mean, if you didn't have it, you were done. It didn't matter. The gun was that good. And then they kind of like, okay, I guess they realized that. And now the what gun in Warzone was popping up for that little time?
The DMR.
The DMR was when I would land in Warzone, I know who had a loadout. You heard it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Boom. Gun. Are you talking about the shotgun or the DMR?
The DMR. The shotgun. Okay. The shotgun. I just heard people screaming. I'm running.
Because when the shotgun was meta, when the doof was meta, bro, it is.
Poof. You just heard people screaming.
I swear, bro. You want to take buildings out of Warzone? Make an OP shotgun again because ain't nobody running into those buildings.
But
not a single.
Warzone was not fun during that time period. If you like being in buildings, because dude, I remember landing. I came back from the gulag, landing. All I heard was the shotgun going off. I heard people screaming. My ditch. I was gone. I'm out this bitch. Ain't catching me.
I'm gonna catch me in the open. Homie.
I'm out there. But then that area with the DMR was. I heard it. I was hearing it. All I'm at silence. I'm going. Holy crap. Oh God, guys, get in the building quick! God, run! Get in the
Yeah,
building.
man, because like if you were trying to run out in the open,
You're done.
You were toast. Like it was that once that first bullet hit. Like here's the thing: you ever watch a scary movie?
Yeah.
And you know that sheer panic that the person being chased by the killer
I do it all
has.
the time. All the
Like
time.
when it's like oh god, oh god, oh god. When you got hit by a DMR and started running, that was that fear. Like you're looking at the door and you're like 200 feet,
I can make it.
20 meters, 30, and then right as you make it, that final shot hits you and you go down. And then they were able to finish you off. Like there is no saving you once you got hit by a DMR. And I'm sure a lot of people hated it, but man, it was even. It was fair.
It was fun to watch. I will say
Yeah,
that.
like it was who could use the gun the best, and I enjoyed it, man. Like it was. I do think that if I had to make a list of the most broken guns ever in Warzone, that probably but it's probably the top. But here's the thing: you can still use it now. Like they nerfed it.
Oh, it still hits.
It still hits. The only problem is there's a view kick now. Like there is a bad view kick when you hit. Like the scope does this weird like comes in at you and then goes back to normal. So if you're like do that scope just keeps rocking back and forth.
See you, Fatal.
But it's still a viable weapon. They didn't nerf it into the dirt. It's still a very, you saw in the video. I think it was Lewis was using one and took out 3 people with it at the end of the game. I don't. As much as there's a lot of talk about Warzone. Like, it's in a good place right now. It's in a really decent place.
I think the only thing that's hurting Warzone right now is the hacker stuff, because I know they're on it, right. This got such a big concern, and we talked about that a couple weeks ago and last week on the podcast. I watch the kill cams, because there's sometimes, man, I die. I'm like, there ain't no way. And again, As I found out how easy it was to get hacks, how cheap it was, people are still going to do it. They're not going to get banned all the way because they're small or not big. Of course, we all know this. Again, you got to keep reporting them. But last weekend when I played, I died sometimes. I'm shaking my head going like, dude, am I this trash? Do I need to just give up the sticks? It makes me feel that way. I don't know if it does you, right? Like that's why I'm going like, man, this is it. I'm done, right? I'm done. And I watched the kill cam, and this guy is tracking me through the whole entire wall, and exactly where I'm at. I'm like, damn, dude, is he cheating? Or is he that good at hearing? Like, has he got his headset? Can he hear me coming? I know I'm loud as I'll get out. That's the other thing in Warzone now that's bothering me still. I know the guns are all pretty good, like you're saying. They are. I can use any gun I want to, and I feel good. Except for some trash ones, right? Okay. Mm-hmm. But the hacking right now makes me think like, man, I'm just a hacker. That's the first thing I start thinking of. And I watch the kill cam.
You know what the most like demoralizing thing ever is when you get killed in Warzone and in your head you're like 100% that's a hacker, right? And then you watch, like you spectate him for a little bit, and then the first team he runs into, he just gets completely shit on, and you're like, I could have swore he was hacking.
Yes.
He hit every shot was a headshot on me. He knew exactly where I was. He hit a straight laser beam, and then he just gets shit on, and you're like, wait,
what?
Like you know that.
Oh, I've watched them. I've been there with you. I've watched.
You know that old saying, like the poker saying, right? Like if you can't find like the fish or the in this instance the bot in the lobby, right? You are the bot.
Yeah.
Like after that happens, you're like, shit, maybe I am the bot.
Yeah, maybe I am.
Because that guy looked like a professional against me, and then he just got murdered out.
Funny you say that, right? Because in Advanced Warfare and Clan Wars, because in Advanced Warfare there was skill-based matchmaking, right? It was it was skill-based matchmaking in it, right? And I remember so for 4 hours of playing Advanced Warfare and having to win so fast and just beat them as fast as you can. And I would lose gunfights in that game, but like, dude, I'm awful. Why am I even trying to compete with it? Like, why am I even trying to play with these guys who are so good at pubs? And I would go in a Call of Duty Ghost, and I remember then one instance, I made a YouTube video on it. I'm playing with my friends. We're playing Team Deathmatch. At the time, the cap was 75. I'm so gun-ho still from Advanced Warfare. I dropped 65 kills out of the 75 myself. And I sit back that night and I watch the video and said, like, dude, what the hell just happened? I'm getting messed up in Advanced Warfare, and I go in the Ghost, and I just I'm gonna say curb stomp the whole team by myself. And I'm like, what? Like it doesn't make sense to me, and that's how I feel with Warzone right now. Like I feel like if I go in the ground war mode again, it's different. Again, I gotta tell myself it's a different game. Like Warzone was different to Call of Duty Ghost. It's different in the sense that I have to know that kids are getting better at the game. The games have been out for so long. I have to tell myself that because again, I'm not getting any younger, Mason.
Yeah,
I'm going to be losing my skill. We're eventually going to lose our hand coordination. Is going to slowly.
Well, and here's the thing: is we are no longer. You think back to like those days, right? Ghost was how many years ago? 7.
Okay, I know. I was in my 20s. Okay, I know.
Well, what I'm saying is like, you think back 7 years ago, right? And I bet your day to day consisted of going to work, coming home, and just laying out on COD, right?
Yes.
And nowadays, like the people that are good at the game are now those people, and we are now the people who we have wives, we have kids, we have a life outside of gaming to where you can no longer just sit and I don't know about you, I can't grind the games like I used to be able to. Like I can't get on like a pubs game and play it for 4 or 5 hours and enjoy myself. Like I can no longer grind those games, and I think we are now considered old.
Yes.
In the gaming industry, right?
Yes, I said that yesterday.
Right, and like we're still we're still young-ish, but we're old in the sense that we play games. So these kids nowadays are just like we thought we took video games seriously.
Hi, Riz, stop it, Blair.
And these kids just took it to a whole nother level. And then, like, imagine, Chef, back when we used to play nothing but video games, imagine if we had, like, a training ground. Like Fortnite has creative, right?
Yes.
And you can just go in there for hours and just work on your craft. And work and work and work. Like, these kids are treating video games like they are a varsity sport.
Oh, yeah. Well, it is now.
Well, no, but I'm talking about, like, like just playing at home, right? They're not on a comp team, but the allure of maybe parlaying that into joining a comp team, right? And making big money. And you see these 16-year-old kids who are making millions of dollars, and it's like, bro, when I was 16, I had no thoughts of playing video games for a living. Not a shot, right? Like, but nowadays, like these kids, that's their sole focus.
And whenever we grinded out COD, and Bronze, I'm gonna touch base here. He has a high school kid, gonna shadow him, a job shadow as a streamer. That now is a potential job. Streaming and being a competitive gamer is now a job option for some of these kids. And I tell the kids in my high school, because I'm a teacher, I'm at high school level, and I tell them I want to be a professional gamer. And my first question is this: I'm like, are you playing competitive matches, not league play, right? Get into these GB matches, like the brackets, and put yourself against some of the best in the game, right? You may win a game. No, look, I'm playing Scump and Formula 2v2 one and done match, S&D match, right? See how good you are. Yeah, league play to me is your practice, and Fortnite is the creative mode. You know what I'm trying to say? Mm-hmm. Back then we didn't have that. We had league play.
Your practice was pubs.
Pubs, that was my and I played Search and Destroy, and we work on strats and pub matches. Now we have a league where I can practice and get my squad on. We can practice against regular people, and it has a rank system. Well, the new rank system is not really rank, in my opinion. It's not like the Rainbow Six rank or that, like you're just there. It's not like the Black Ops 2, in my opinion, which Resistance, spoke on that last week. I tell you, you need to get on that. Just don't go play pubs anymore. You need, if you want to pursue this as a job, you need to get out there. If you want to stream, you need to stream.
You have to be consistent.
You can't be like us and be like, oh man, I think I'm
right. And I think I see a lot of people who are like young and old, and they're like, oh, I'm gonna stream because they see the monetary money they can make, right?
Yeah. Like,
oh, I'm gonna start streaming, and it's like, I'll tell anybody straight up, like they're like, oh, I want to stream. I'm like, you have to realize how much of a grind that is. Because not only, and I think I was telling Bullet this, because she was like, about streaming, and she's like, I miss streaming. I was like, you know what though, I enjoy video games a lot more now than I did when I was streaming.
Yeah.
Like, I can now play whatever game I want. I can do whatever I want. I don't have to worry about the numbers. I don't have to worry about a schedule. I don't have to worry about, playing my tippity top best every single time out. Like, I can just play. And streaming adds a lot of pressure, and it adds a lot of responsibility that it takes gaming and it turns it into a job, and the people who are watching you are your boss.
Yes.
And it's just like, it's not for everybody. It is not. If you go into streaming and you're like, I want to just to have fun and stream, then 100%, like that's good. But if you're looking at it as a source of income, and you're looking at it as, this is how I'm going to pay my bills, it's a whole
other ball game.
Yeah, it's just
when you say that, Bronze, streams for National Guard, if I'm not correct. Bronze, you can let me know. He was fortunate enough to stream with but Team Summertime, Optic Hutch and them, right? Mm-hmm. So he's seen firsthand. How it was to be on that level at somebody with that amount of people watching you, right? Yes. And watching, and I watched it, right? And knowing that you got to keep up with chats, you got to have mods in there. If something goes on in this chat, like, you have to take responsibility and address the situation. Like, mods, can you handle that? Like, go into follow mode, it's a job. It's just a job, right? It's like you're going to.
But also, that with that amount of people watching you, any mistake you made is going to get pointed out.
Heartbeat.
Like that. Like, you have to have thick skin. You have to have a good self-esteem,
sense of humor,
and you got to be able to multitask.
Yes.
Like you can't go into streaming and be sensitive.
Yeah.
It does not work, because what's gonna happen is, if somebody comes into your stream and they say something like, okay, Chef, with you, like, oh, way to go, fat ass, right?
Yeah. I'm husky.
Like, if you're a sensitive person, you're gonna see that, and your mood is going to affect.
Yes.
That you may not address that comment, but it's gonna like somebody just dug a little dagger in your side, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna, and then all you can think about was that one negative comment that somebody made.
Yeah.
You know, you could have 8 people like, "Oh, chef, you're just big boned. Oh, chef, you're just built different, right?"
Yeah.
But you're gonna look at that one comment,
And it's
and
going
it's
to dwell
gonna
on you.
right.
And with that being said, again, when I look at Hitch, and with your whole saying about the streaming message, and like we're talking about as a job, the thick skin, babe, you have to duck on water. High risk picked on me the other day in stream. It's okay. I love you, high risk. I can handle that. Some people can't, and that's what makes it hard.
Mm-hmm. And then the hardest part is the number. It's the
Ooh, thank you, Resistance, for the raid with 6 people.
If you're a streamer, I don't care who you are. When you're streaming, that little number that shows you how many people you have watching you, your eye is always on that.
Tony said that. Tony said that the other day. Tony said, if you start streaming, one thing to do is don't look at that number.
And yeah, it's good. It's good advice, but man,
it's tough. It's tough. You stream for 4 hours and you got one person there. Your brains are like, man, I'm just gonna cut it off. Nobody's in here.
Yeah, exactly. Because what you like after 4 hours of streaming to one person, it wears on you, right? Because you're like, bro, like what? Why can't I get more people in here, right?
Yeah.
And then like you see that number switch to 2, and you see that number switch to 3.
Yeah, you should at the camera.
and then you switch it, and then it drops back down to 1, and you're like, oh. Like,
it's a hard grind.
Yeah, it's a very mentally draining grind. It's not as easy as just hit and start and playing your favorite game. It's not.
Chef Braun says, after streaming with a few big names, I've learned it can help calm the nerves. Tree, and you did a fantastic job playing with Hitch today. Look, and see, everybody's different, right? Like, me and Maizin can pick on each other, and we're going to pick because that's who we are. Like, I'm okay, right? It ain't going to affect me. I got tough skin. I got no neck. It's okay. You can't see me. We know this, right? Mm-hmm. Some people can handle it. And with him, he goes, it calmed my nerves playing big people, right? It doesn't... And again, I would have been stressed at first because I want to make sure I play good. But I'm going to tell you right now, I'll be cracking jokes. If I was on that stream with Team Summertime, I'm going to tell you right now, I would have a field day. Just because I watch these guys. When I do stream, personally, wouldn't care. I'll be streaming for me. If you want to watch, that's cool. And Escape.
See, that's the mindset I think a lot of people have.
Yes.
But it switches. Like, the moment you make affiliate, the moment there's a monetary value attached to it.
Yep.
The moment the number of subs you get dictates how much money you get in a payout, that mentality switches. Because, like, I loved streaming Rainbow Six when I was doing it through my PlayStation, and I was just having fun playing, right?
Simple.
And I loved when people hopped in, they saw me play, da-da-da-da. The moment I hit affiliate, and the moment I knew that I could make money off of it, the mentality switched, the level of stress went up, and the numbers started to matter a lot more.
Yeah. And
if you're strictly streaming for fun, none of this applies to you.
Nope. Yep. It doesn't apply to you whatsoever. Like, I've never had a payout on whenever I've streamed. I never have. Again, I'm not thinking about it. I could care less. Who you see on camera is who I am. What's up, Merc? Thank you for the follow, sir. That's who I am, right? That's who I am. I think mine is if it wouldn't be my main income, so I don't do it for... Right, that's like me, right? I kind of as a hobby, right? As me and Mason on this podcast, I'm not looking to get a dime out of it. It's a hobby. I'm on a team. I'm on TGBG. Hey, we're having fun. That's all that matters. The number, all right, Resistance says the numbers for me at first suck. Not gonna lie, it's true, and it does. If that number, it's just like when we get to YouTube. It's just like YouTube, my friend. They're learning about putting yourself out there and growing as much as possible in such a field with an insane amount of streamers. Anyone watching is blessed, so the small numbers don't give me down, but you have to put yourself out there. That is the biggest thing, and people don't know how to do is put
And then you have
themselves
to be
out there.
consistent.
Kingpin with the 245 biddies.
You got to put yourself out there, and you have to be consistent.
Yes.
You have to have a schedule. You have to stick to that schedule. Like, that's the only way you're gonna grow. Is like, if you're consistent. Nobody wants to invest in a streamer that streams one day and then takes 4 days off, and then streams for an hour, and then takes 4 days off, and then, like, nobody outside of your circle of friends is going to want to invest in that.
Yeah.
Like,
but I will say this though, right? I feel like now on Twitch with streaming, you have those that do it for fun. You know, like they're gonna be up there cutting with streamers. Then you got the competitive ones who play competitively. Totally different stream, right? They don't interact with chat that much, but they're professional players, so it's going to be hard for them to focus on that. But people are there to watch them play competitively.
You're there for the gameplay.
Yes.
You're there to see top-notch gameplay.
CND the third, I watch him for entertainment. I don't give a crap how bad he is at the game. He is the funniest hell, and that's why I watch him. Right? Hearing people complain about not getting views but not posting their live on... True. And that's another thing. People don't know how to use social media right now. Social media in itself is a whole another monster. You better have Facebook. You better have Twitter, Instagram. You better have all this stuff and be able to know how to use it. TikTok now, I mean, it's a lot for somebody to learn. It's a lot.
And it takes it... So, it takes it from 2 years ago... It was a simple, I'm going live tweet, right? And you could get quite a few people to come into your stream based off of that, right?
Yep.
And nowadays it's a going live post on Twitter, a going live post on Instagram, a TikTok video that you are promoting your stream, but also doing something else. Like, I got a guy that I followed and I subscribed to him for the longest time. His name was Nyquist, right? And he used to be a Rainbow Six streamer, and I used to love watching him. He'd get like 20 people in his stream.
Kingpin with another 245.
Like, every time he'd get like 20, 25 people, right? That guy got on TikTok and got a big following on TikTok, and now he averages like 45, 50 people a stream. Like, TikTok elevated his stream from a 20-ish to 45, 50, and they're all there because, like, hey bro, I saw your TikTok and thought I'd come check out your stream. But you gotta have some stones to be on TikTok, man. TikTok is
the next big thing right now, buddy. TikTok is huge. So many people are on TikTok all over the world. Resistance, I mean, TikTok is the fastest way to grow. I will say, again, some of the stuff people post on TikTok, Call of Duty related, boy, if we met up in a pub match, I'm going to beat the brakes off this person. I'm like, you heard me with that class? It ain't happening. You know, I start judging them. This ain't no Planet Fitness. This is not a judge-free zone. You know what I'm trying to say? It is cringy, but it's views.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta grow.
I was gonna say, you may stomp them in pubs, but they're gonna stomp them in viewers.
Because you know what's funny?
They're gonna have 70 people watching you kick the shit out of them, and you're gonna have 2 people watching you.
But you know what else is funny? And I can't be the only one. Did you not? If you seen like a class setup video for Warzone or Modern Warfare, I looked at it. I'm like, well, I'm like, you know what? This sucker may be on something. Let me get my phone out. Well, this sucker may be on something right here. You know, you look, he's setting it up.
I was gonna point that out for the YouTube segment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you look at like the most popular Call of Duty videos now on YouTube, it's all gun loadouts. It's all gun builds. Like, it's no longer like if you go onto YouTube and you search best M4 loadout for Call of Duty, right? You're gonna get this laundry, and you're gonna have like big name YouTubers, you're gonna have small name YouTubers. Like, everybody and their mom is gonna have an M4 loadout for you, and 85% of them are gonna be the same goddamn loadout. It's gonna be the same one, but they get views, and it's just like nowadays everybody wants like that's how you do content now. Is that?
Speaking of YouTube, all right, because that's the next segment we're going to talk about is YouTube here. Some of my, and I've had two YouTube channels. I'm on my third one. The first one got shut down. I really, I had pretty active people on my channel always commenting, and it was only 250 subscribers, but still I had a little bit of following. Every time I posted a video, people were commenting, right? So that felt good in that sense. But my most views at the time was class setup videos. The Man of War BO4 had over at the time for me and my channel 100 views. I was like, that was my first 100 view video. I was like, holy shit! Like, whoa, okay. World War II came out. I made a class setup video. It hit 1,000 views. I'm like, I've never hit 1,000 views before I went, dude. People search up class videos like crazy to get the edge. Regardless if it's a big streamer, they're like, yo, what's this cat running here? Ooh, man, that might be something good to run. It's crazy, right? And if you type in code best Warzone class setup video, I guarantee there's over a million class setup videos, and half of them are going to be all the same. Like you said, half of them are going to be the same. It's TikTok, all that. And the thing is, you have to be good at all of it and know how all of it works, how to have the right hashtags, tag the video. You can potentially tag a big streamer and hope to God they like it, or they retweet it, or leave a comment, or they share it. And it's all about luck. How lucky can you get? It's like playing the lottery, I feel like, now.
Well, so I don't know if you watch like any of Tim the Tatman's YouTube videos.
I do. I watch it.
But he takes those TikTok builds that you were making fun of, right?
Mm-hmm.
He takes those TikTok builds into Warzone and then rates them, and people love those videos, right?
Yep.
Love them. And I'm like, okay, first off, I am not good enough to take your shitty TikTok build into Warzone and get any kills, right?
True.
Like I need my comfort weapons. I need the guns that I know that I can perform with. I can't run in there.
I'm not grabbing the Odin out, buddy. It's not happening.
Yeah. I'm not taking your Odin with the big silencer and the 4x zoom. No. But like so it's another way. He uses his platform to promote other people's platforms, and like, hey, TikTok user Ricky Bobby 85 said to try this gun, and here we are. Like, you know, it's like imagine, Chef, like a huge streamer pulling up one of your two YouTube videos and like, oh, let's look what Chef's doing today. Like,
yeah.
And it's just like it's awesome.
And he dogs me, and I'm like, I'm never watching your stream again.
He's like, this class setup shit. I'm not watching this.
and since we're going to slowly start going over to YouTube now, and I'm not going to dog TGBG and anything that I say, because I love montages, right? I love them. I love making them. I enjoy the whole aspect of it. But YouTube has changed a lot. You know, people don't watch montages anymore. It saddens me. Because people are stupid good at editing videos, and they don't get the recognition on how good that they are. Right? It blows my mind on how much it has shifted. The whole YouTube has shifted. Vlogs are big now. I mean, your daily dose of Optic Hex in his vlog videos. And, you know, I miss the montage days. Like, going on YouTube and, like, looking up Optic Predator and watching them videos, watching them old, how they used to do the old setup videos back in the day. Like, now it seems like more in it, right? The TikTok, like, people going in and trying it and recording it. Back then, people didn't do that, and the algorithm has changed. So YouTube is dead for new creators, small creators. Dude, I don't know, man. Resistance. I'm having a hard time saying that because I feel like YouTube has its own following right now. This man commented on my YouTube video, on my last video I just posted. I just clicked on his YouTube channel, He's got like 500 subscribers, but his views on his channel, he's almost got 100% view watch. So there's like a small, it's like little pockets, right? You got a lot of pockets and people are watching them. It blows like, I pick up my kids at school and I'm like, who do you watch on YouTube? And they'll say somebody out the wild. I'm like, who is that? Right? And I try to go look for it. I'm like, it's changed. I grew up with montages and what do you call it? Montages and just commentary over their videos was so big for Call of Duty. Any gameplay, like it has changed so much. Blows my mind. Right? The editing skill has come involved now. Like people got Sony Vegas, Adobe After Effects. They're going to school how to learn how to do this stuff.
You know what though, Chef? Like I don't disagree with you, but if you go watch the big streamers' YouTube channels, the editing is very minimal.
Now that's the next thing.
All they do now is they take their broadcast from Twitch, right? And they like
upload
like 20 kill game with this AMAX, right? 5 of the kills are with the AMAX, 15 are with an MP5, but the title is best new gun in Warzone, right?
In a picture.
And it gets those views, and it's like if you have a following, and Resistance is right, they have the following, but that following isn't YouTube. That following is Twitch coming over to YouTube.
Yeah.
Like it's like if you go look at a Nick Merckx video and you're like, oh, who was here when it was live? Look at how many comments you see that are just people who watched that moment live on Twitch and came to YouTube to rewatch it.
I'm with you.
It's crazy. Like if you can build your brand on Twitch, that brand will come over to YouTube with very minimal effort, right? But if you don't have a following on Twitch, you don't have a following on TikTok, like the grind for YouTube, it's not worth it. Like it is not, because you either have to have top-notch editing skills, you have to vlog about your life, you have to vlog about your family. Like the path to success on YouTube without a following from a different platform
is tough.
Is like very narrow. Very. So and this is I told Chef, like in our little pre-podcast, I was like, montages are awesome if you're just doing it for fun.
Yep.
Like if you're not trying to make any money off of it, you're just here to show off your gameplay and you're just here to have fun and like listen to a good song while okay. Here's my question. You look at any 80s movie and early 90s movie, like action movie, right?
Yeah.
There's always that point in the movie where like a good song comes on and there's a montage like Rocky, the training montages. I love those. Love them.
Right there with
Love them. So you can do that on YouTube. You just have to realize you're not making any money off of this. Like when I used to make my my Fortnite videos, man, I was pumping those things out twice a week, right? And it was nothing special. It was nothing, like it was just me sniping kids in Fortnite, but I loved making them. I loved doing it. I did the same thing with Rainbow Six. The problem is like in COD with montages, it's a lot of been there, done that, right?
I know.
And your standard la-di-da 3-piece is old hat. Everybody can do that now. I could put my 5-year-old kid on here and he can get a 3-piece. Like it's not like it's the level of skill that you have to have for people to really appreciate your skill level these days is like you
have to be like a percentage. You're the 1%.
Yeah, and it's like it's crazy how like you watch Neo, right? I don't know who Neo is.
I watched him.
His sniping, right? This kid is swapping seats in a helicopter and sniping people on the ground. Now I'll tell you what, when I get my sniping moments on Warzone, I try that.
Yeah.
I'm hit,
I,
I'm
I
hitting 70 yards away from the guy.
I hit that tree behind him though. What's up? I get
Yeah,
credit.
like I'm not getting anywhere near the guy, and I'm like, and then I hit like a crispy headshot. I'm like, oh, I'm clipping that. Like my level of like what I think is a good snipe in my head is like Neo could close his eyes and use his toes and probably hit that snipe.
Yeah.
And that's why like I like doing it though. It's good. It's good to me, so I'm gonna post it. YouTube was the one place where I didn't care if you liked it or not.
Yep.
I did it for me because I knew there was no money. I wasn't using YouTube as a money platform.
Yeah.
Like that was just a way for me to kind of showcase what I could do. And maybe you watch that YouTube video and you're like, "Oh, let me go check out his stream and see what it's about." Like YouTube could be a way to highlight your Twitch account.
Yeah.
But like for me, it was never YouTube was never about money. So montages were just I could do montages.
And
like I loved them.
and me, when I came into YouTube, montages was still a big thing. And again, I'm not putting anybody down who makes montages because I love making them, and I love that. And I love that TGBG still has it because we need to showcase our players, right? I love that. I love that. So I'm not dogging anybody that does montages. I love them. I love watching them. I love that we got people on the team that's going to send us clips and the variety of clips, and we make a and we sit down and we work out how we're going to blade out and we put it together, and I love it, right? But again, like I'm the old guy again. Back when we start talking about Call of Duty, I'm the old guy again. In that same sense, I miss the commentaries over gameplay. I miss that, and not having the whole money aspect of it come involved. Like I didn't care. I didn't care. I did YouTube as a hobby. I did it because one, I thought editing videos was pretty darn cool if you could do it, right? And just that story aspect of what a montage can hold. Like you said, you take the song name, and that's the name of your video, which I think is cool. It's to me I watch that every day, stuff like that. But it's changed in the algorithm. If you don't tag the video right, you may not get nothing.
The tags on a video. So it's funny. I was watching. Go ahead and answer, Skate.
My first COD was Modern Warfare 2. That was my first COD. Story about this. My buddy J-Mo. I'll probably say this in chat. I don't know. I had a Wii, right? I was in there playing the Wii tennis. Boy, I'm getting in it, right? My friend goes,
good workout, bro.
Bro, I'll take my golf seats, better watch out. I said, he goes, man, you need to drop that. You need to get your Xbox 360 and play some Modern Warfare. And I went Modern Warfare. I was the noob, right? Modern Warfare 2 was my first one. I was garbage. I was garbage at it, but I got better at it towards the end. I did drop a nuke during the cycle. Yeah, at the end of it. We won't get okay. All right, sorry, we got distracted now. Tags in YouTube videos. Sorry, Skate Modern Warfare 2.
So yeah, like I was watching Nick today, and he was basically like, they were talking about swearing in YouTube, right?
Yes.
And somebody asked Nick, he goes, "Well, why do you bleep it out?" And he's like, "I'm gonna be honest with you. Cypher PK taught me everything I need to know about YouTube, and he said to bleep it out." But Cypher PK figured out the algorithm, and he figured out the clickbait, right?
Yes.
The you know.
If you look at those stream like the face cam, the new gun in Warzone.
Yeah.
Or like,
and if
we need to have a talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You look at the thumbnails for most of the big streamers, they're all.
And I can't stand it.
You look at the titles for a lot of the big YouTubers, they're all the same. You look at the content they're putting out, it's all the same. It's because those things hit the algorithm.
Yep.
If you want your video to succeed, like 100%, that's what you have to do, right? Like, God. and it's no disrespect to those guys. They're playing the game. They're doing, how if that's what you got to do to make money, then do it, right?
I got something funny. I've always said this to Bullet, like, you know, hey, I got an idea we need to try to do for, like, you know, hey, let's do some Fortnite videos up on the YouTube channel. Like, my mind, I'm thinking of this as I'm seeing the community. Now, this, I'm giggling because you're talking about the pictures and everything, like, they're all the same. I feel like I'm before time, right? In Infinite Warfare, when I was making like 2 or 3 YouTube videos, I got my first face cam. I got a new one, you know. I got my little camera on the screen, and I'm talking a YouTube video. Dude, I legit, and I wasn't married. I was a single father at the time, raised my little girl. I would sit there in the face cam, look at myself, and go like, you know, and then cut my face out and put that bitch on my thumbnail. And I'm thinking about it now, like I was doing that during Infinite Warfare, and I was getting views thinking like, dude, if anybody walked by my house and seen this shit, they'll be like, this man needs help. They'll be like, you know, just something stupid.
Bro, I was thinking about this, and I'm
Oh
like,
God.
can you imagine, like Nick, right? This man is sitting in his room, making faces at his camera, so his editors can take the picture. See, like, and he's just making all these different faces, and it's like, how, like, I would feel like an idiot.
Dude,
Like,
I
if I'm
did.
just sitting there, like, like, I would just feel like an idiot. And this, like, and it works.
It
It
does.
works.
People see your facial expression like, oh man, let's click on this video. And Resistance said YouTube is so strict. Cussing, you know, what you show, is it kid friendly now? I mean, there's a button on YouTube now that whenever you upload a YouTube video, you guys say down, is it kid friendly? Gotta click it. So that right there could throw you out of the rhythm, right? But if I upload Warzone and I blurp out my cussing, I potentially chance that I can have the younger generation see it. It's a nightmare. It's like you're having to know so many subjects in school: your math, your science, your social studies. And then now you throw it. I'm an adult, but I better know how to use YouTube or Twitch and all this stuff. Half the streamers I watch, I take one moment to realize that they are all alone in the room and they're really just talking to themselves. But one of my embarrassing moments, Bronze and Amazing, you don't know this. Well, I mean, you wouldn't know. When I was dating my wife now, and I told her that, you know, I like making YouTube videos, okay? And one day I was like, I'm going to have a schedule that I'm doing 3 videos a week. So before we watch that movie, I have to post this YouTube video. And I was making my thumbnail. And I was making a YouTube video. And she came in there. And she's like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm talking into the camera. And I'm like, I'm commentating over my video. And I got so flipping embarrassed.
Bro, 100%. 100%. Like,
baby, look, you don't understand. A grown-ass man looking into a camera, and then you're like, oh, shit, I messed up. And you're like, start over again.
Bro,
dude,
100%.
Oh, my God.
Yo, I remember I made a time, right? And it was the only time I ever really added, like, commentary to the video, right? And I remember sitting here, and I'm in the room by myself, and I'm, like, talking into my mic, and I feel like such a fucking idiot. Like, I'm just sitting here, and I'm, like, trying to talk, and it's like, I feel like there's a million eyeballs looking at me, and I'm like, I can't come up with the words to narrate what's happening. And I'm like, and even like 100%, like when we do the holiday videos and I have to do my greeting, like I dread doing that part more than making the video. Like the whole point of like just sitting here and like, hey, this is Maizin23, Merry Christmas. I just feel like an idiot because I'm not talking to anybody. Like I could sit here, Chef, and we could talk for 7 hours, right?
Yeah.
And I'd never shut up. But if there's nobody on the other end, I feel like an idiot. Like I feel like I don't know what to do with my mouth, my hands. Like what? Like
Bronze. So for my YouTube videos, I do not click the content for kids. And when I have messed with it, when I've clicked it for kids, I ask another question of like, you know, swearing, and is the content like is there content on there going to be too graphic for kids, and ask that question before you say yes, do it for kids. So in a sense, like I don't know if what will happen, right? I'm going to YouTube jail. Like I don't know exactly what, because I don't do it, because I don't, again, my first YouTube channel got taken down because I made somebody upset and they put a copy strike. They had to put a strike on my YouTube video for graphic language, and it was Grand Theft Auto, and it got shut down. I was just so hurt. I was like, dude, I'm not doing YouTube again. Because when I did do YouTube, I told myself that I'm going to do it solid for a whole year. I mean, consistent, buddy. I got showcased on some kind of YouTube channel, like, hey, look at the real, it was Sous Chef at the time's YouTube channel, and all this mess. And I was like, yeah, man, people coming to my channel, and I'm reaching out, trying to have collaborate with other people and make a YouTube video together, and all this and that. When that channel got taken down, dude, it hurt. And I'm like, dude. And then again, I still like making montages, and at the time, montages still got good views, in that sense. And at the time, I was good at Call of Duty enough where I could get a couple clips in the night and just save them. Good, like clips that were standard at the time. You gotta have a quad on screen if you're sniping or using an AR. Like, it was just a standard. If you threw up a double kill, it better be the sickest no scope snipe, and you just no scope. So it had to be like dirty back then. Now it's changed a lot. Like, now there's really no standards, I feel like, that's out there. Again, the whole Neo kid and some of these kids sniping on Warzone, that's up here. That's that 1% that is going to be there.
Yeah,
and I will never be able to hit that shot, even if
like
I try.
Neo could make a montage and people would watch, right?
Because it's like, what did this kid just hit?
Yeah, exactly.
The one guy, Bronze, during BO4 stage, and Hitch made a video, this kid named Scoped, who just now got in a phase. He goes, yo, I'm in your chat, man. You should check out my channel. And he goes like, bro, I'll check you out. It was a late night stream, with Hitch. So he pulls this video up. And this kid is going clank, 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 clank. I mean, getting 5-6 mans on with a sniper. And just doing all this shit. I'm sitting there going like, Bo, I do not have that skill. Like, man, if I get a quad, I'm going like, Xbox record. Xbox record that. I'm doing that shit fast. I'm like, shit don't come often, but when I get it, I better save it. You know what I'm trying to say? So, and then back to your question about the click on Minecraft right now, I guarantee if I made a Minecraft video and I put yes for kids, I guarantee I'll get a following. Probably right, because Minecraft's big again. Kids are back playing Minecraft. My 2 daughters play Minecraft right now every single day. I thought they were in there, like they're on it. It's the restrictions, the requirements on YouTube to stream, to monetize your videos, the copyright strikes for music. I mean, you use Nightmare, right? If TGBG was making money, they're not getting their money now at all because of that.
No, the only way you can make money with montages is to use copyright-free music. And then even then, what a lot of people are doing is they're saying it's copyright free,
but it's not.
But it's not. So then you get hit with that strike.
Yeah, and it's not it's not a bad strike. It's just like, if this video does make any money,
yeah, you're not getting any.
And again, for us in TGBG, it's not about the money. We're showcasing our players. That's what we're that's why we make them.
Yeah,
show 100%. Our players off. They say, hey, Fatal Dove Step just Ronda Rousey that mofo with an elbow shot and dropped. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, that's what we're about.
What I would eventually like to do,
even the music. Bron said this. Even the music in Cyberpunk got shot.
The music in Fortnite, like the dances.
Oh yes,
that will get you. So Fortnite introduced a thing where you could, like, mute all copyrighted music, to where like that music didn't play. But yeah, they were getting hit with like the dances and stuff. That music being copyrighted, they were getting hit with it.
So you tell me right now I can't do a T-pose?
No, T-pose doesn't have any music to it.
I'll do a T-pose right now.
Oh, like the Rickroll one. You know that one. Some of the other one.
I do this shit all the time, bro. T-pose.
But
The cactus one.
Yeah. Now put some weights in your hand
Dude,
and do that.
Player. I got my band
Yeah.
here. Man, this jersey's massive on me, player. I'm just a big fella. Okay. Also, the recording studios are missing out on opportunities. If there's the thing, and I pick with my dad because my dad's an old man, right? Like, and this is golf talk, right? And I was speaking with my buddy in front about this. My dad thinks Callaway golf is the greatest thing on earth, right?
He's not wrong.
Okay, I'm not wrong with him, right? I'm not. I just bought me a new Callaway Maverick 3-wood, okay? But there's other brands that are just as good.
Yeah.
Right? But in his mind, there is nothing going to beat the greatest Big Bertha driver they made in 1991. There ain't nothing going to beat that driver. No shot. I don't know, man. That thing won a long drive championship, buddy.
Yeah,
that thing is like my
buddy.
dad. Like, but it's 2021, buddy. We might need to get you something a little bit easier to hit because it's gonna blow your mind before you go hit it. All right, they need to have a streamer service. Dude, I look at it like this: like you can't teach old dog new tricks. If the music companies were smart, these big streamers and YouTubers and TikTokers that use these songs, that's free advertisement.
I was gonna say, do you know how many times I'll be in somebody's stream and they're playing music? I'm like, oh man, this is a good song. Mm-hmm. And then I look it up and immediately add it to like my playlist so I can listen to it.
100%.
Like there's so many times where I'm like, oh, like who's this? There's a night like last week, right? I was watching Nick Merck's stream and he was doing his gym stream, right? And a song played. And my phone told me who it was, but like I glanced at it but I didn't catch it. And then by the time I realized I wanted to Shazam it, it was over, right? And I was in a party chat and it was me, Kingpin, and TC. The three of us are on Nick Merck's playlist, listening to every song who I thought it was by, trying to find this damn song. Like we probably gave the artist like $1 bajillion for how much we listened to his music, just trying to find this one song that I heard on his stream that I thought was catchy.
No, Bron's other comment was, do like a service like Netflix, Hulu does. Like I pay a certain amount a month, and I'm able to use it for free. But real quick, we have a giveaway in the chat right now. Hashtag TGBG in chat for a travel mug or a $15 PayPal. Is that right to say? I think I'm not quite sure. Hashtag TGBG, $15 TGBG travel mug. The travel mug is awesome, by the way. It's nice. I like it a lot. Bullet, again, thank you for mine. It was great. But Bronze, you owe something though, man. I'm not gonna lie. If I could pay $10, right, just $10, and I can use this song without getting slapped on the wrist. But what was that song? Like Nick Merckx when he did his Fortnite tournaments? That song he always got hyped to.
Oh, dude, that's Ace Hood.
Dude,
came with the posse. With the posse, bro.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you something right now. I went right when I first time heard it. It's on my Spotify playlist right now.
Bro, but 100%. Pull up Ace Hood's Came with the Posse on YouTube. Look at the comments and look at how many people are like, I'm here because of Nick Merckx.
Yeah.
Here from Nick Merckx. Here from Nick Merckx. Like, it is. But the problem with Bronze's idea is like guys like Nick Merckx. Nick Merckx got the okay from Drake to play his music on his stream, no problem, no DMCA strike. Like, if you have pull, you can get around the DMCA strikes, right?
Yeah.
Like, their friend, like, they play with Kane Brown, they play with Luke Combs, they play with these musicians, these artists that
okay.
Right, they're like, yeah, go for it, bro. I don't care. But yeah. Right, if they own their music, it's fine. But the problem is like, you're not gonna be able to pay $10 and you can't play a Drake song, right? It's similar to like Garth Brooks, right? You couldn't find Garth Brooks music anywhere but like Amazon for the longest time, right?
Yeah, that's right. He was only with With that, oh,
Right.
I remember that. Yep.
So the problem with like that idea is it's only gonna be X artists who fall into that bubble. So while yeah, it'd be nice, you may not get the music you want to listen to, and it's no then you're back to copyright free music. Because like I'll be honest, I'll add copyright free music and I don't it's not my cup of tea, but it's music I can play
I do that on
in the
my streams.
background.
I
Yeah,
do that
it's
on
music
mine.
I can play in the background, and it's just I wouldn't pay $10 a month to play music that I like. There'd be music I still can't play. Like it doesn't work for me. Like if you're telling me like I couldn't play like Drake because he didn't want to be a part of the program, or if I can't play this guy because of this, it's like then what am I paying $10 a month for?
Yeah.
And then you have to get like there's so many record labels out there that I think there's going to be a ton of people who fall through. I think DMCA strikes are a terrible thing. I think streaming and playing music on your stream is a great way for artists to get recognized. And then is like I don't think there should be a monetary amount that you have to pay to play a song because at the end of the day, the artist is going to get their money when the people come from your stream to go listen to that song.
I think about TikTok. Look how many songs blew up from TikTok alone.
Yep. Jackson has like 8 TikTok songs on his playlist on Spotify that he loves listening to. I ain't heard of none of them. I don't know any of those songs, but they're huge.
Yes.
Huge because of TikTok.
That's a whole nother. Again, there's so many things. There's so many things. If you want to make this a job, you better know a little bit of everything, dabble in all of it. Guys, don't forget to put hashtag TGBG in the chat for your chance to win $15 PayPal, and for EU, because I don't know if Bullet can send that through the mail right now, or you get a chance to win a travel mug, TGB travel mug, which is nice. It's refreshing, keeps your drinks nice and cold. Mine got washed, so I don't have it. I'm sorry right now. All I have is a Mountain Dew. Okay, I do apologize.
But on the music side and the YouTube thing, I would say arguably that is the hardest part about making a video.
Yes, for me,
getting the music right.
For me now, because I feel like now my editing in my videos, and we all have a different way we make our videos. I probably dress it a little bit different than you do. You dress it way different than I do. Like I look at the clips. I look at, okay, what we got here going on? Looks like we got some, like, these guys are kind of pissed off. What's going on with this guy? Like, I need to think about, and I always go to rock. That's my first thing is a rock. It's hard for me to do a rap montage. I could, but then the next thing I was like, I need to make sure the beat is with the song. The clips, I got to go with the song. To me, it's better with, I could do it easier with a rock one, but for me, if you ever go watch any of my montages on my YouTube channel, not only watch the clips, but listen to the words and listen to what's going on in the clips, because I have a story involved in that mofo. There is a story. My goodbye BO4 video, I was pissed off at the time, irritated, right? My clips showed it. I felt like, to me personally, I just felt, and then the song choice I picked, I was like, and then in that video, I got, dude, I don't know, I think I hit some tags on it or something, right? Because they got over 1,000 views. I'm like, shit, somebody think this motherfucker be hitting, right? But dude, it's how you present it. It's hit, LOL, dude. I'm not gonna lie, I thought I did that video dirty. I ain't gonna lie. I thought it was hotness. And it was just a fast-paced song, and I made sure my clips were fast-paced. Like, it was boom, 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 boom. And that's on who edits the videos and how far they want to go into editing.
Yeah, because that takes a very in-depth look at each clip, right?
Well, no, we can't let the bodies hit the floor. We can't. That's too old school. We can't do.
No. You want old school, bro? Next video, song's gonna be old school.
Okay. All right, I can't wait.
Song's gonna be. Bullet and I already talked. We already. So this is my thing, right? Like you picked, like, you looked at the videos and then picked the song, right?
I look at the
For me,
clips.
what I do is, like, so for this video right here, I had a completely different song picked out for this video, right? I had the clips laid out. I had the song in my head what I wanted, and then when I put the song into the editor, the song wasn't long enough for the video, right?
Mm,
So I had to call an audible, and I was like, shit, because most of our videos are at that like 320, 330,
yeah.
high
Yeah.
end 340. This one was like four, just over 4 minutes long, right? A little longer. So when you start getting into like the 4 minutes, the number of songs that you have at your disposal gets smaller,
Yes.
especially for rock, right? Because a lot
Yeah.
of rock songs are like 250 to 350
Yeah.
in that range. So if you go over 4, you're looking at like a longer song. So I was like, shit, because the hardest part for me of making a video is finding that song, a song that not in the detail that you have where it tells a story, but like I don't want a song that's about like some girl breaking your heart playing over you, like,
Slaying out a team.
yeah, like
Yeah.
the song has to have the feel, like if you're getting ready to fight or you're getting ready to go to war, right? This is a song that you want to hear before you go in, right?
Yeah.
Like it just, like, in my head, the song gets you in the mindset to watch the clips. And if the song, for me personally, if the song hits, the clips are a secondary thing for me,
Yeah.
because I'll just watch the video for the song.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest with you. So if I can nail the song and I can find a song that hits, the clips then kind of just fall into place, right? And
Go ahead with it. Go ahead with it.
the nice thing with this song was there are a lot of drums and a lot of guitar riffs that hit like a gunshot does, right? So if you like watch that video and you watch when like the gun recoils, there's a drum or a guitar riff hitting at that same time. So
Yeah.
it's like da 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 da, and then like it pivots and da 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 da. And I loved that aspect of this song because it was like, it felt like the song was made for the video.
Yeah.
And for me, if I can't get the song right, I have a hard time making the video. You could give me 10 of your best clips, and if I can't find a song that works, I'm at a loss.
Yeah.
I just, the song for me makes the video. And what I do is I'll go to like Kingpin. Like, King is my rock guru. He listens, like, that's all he listens to.
You and me,
That's all.
whenever I did the videos for TGBG, I came to you. Remember,
Right.
I would come back, hey, check this out. Look what you think about this. Like because you got that doubt, right? You're like you feel like you got it, and it's like I need to let somebody else hear it. Bullet, the many times I like Bullet, check this out. Like it's just because you're like, I'm feeling this shit right now. I feel like it's gonna be good, but let me know.
Yeah, oh man, I tell you what, when you have a video that when you on first watch, like, nailed it, all you want to do is share it. Like, oh man, you want to check out the video I just made?
Yeah.
Like, you want to see it? But then, like, if you're questioning it, like, you're like, like, listen, here's the video, like, here you go. Like, I when you do, like, High Risk can attest to this, you can attest to it. When you're making something, when it's your vision, you doubt it a lot.
Yes.
Like, the vision you have in your head, you have to hope other people come to that same vision.
Yeah.
And the only people who can relate to that are people who do art or make videos. So you have to reach out to those people like, hey, what does this look like? What about this? Like, Bullet will, like, hey, maybe you should try this. And like, so, like, you do cinematics so well, right? And I remember watching the videos that you did, and like the cinematics just, like, they felt like they fit the video. And for me, when I would do cinematics, I just felt like they were just there, right?
Yeah, yeah.
They felt out of place for the video. And what I did, like Bullet came to me and she's like, "Hey, for this next playlist, do you think we could take it up a notch? Do you think we could, you know, add some stuff?" And I'm like, "Oh man, like, oh shit, that's out of my
It's tough because
that's
it's that comfort.
out of
It's that
yeah,
comfort zone, right?
yeah, 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 like
And high risk is a hell of a drawer. I don't care what he says, right? Everybody, but like he does the same thing. Like like man, I'm used to doing it this way. Like if I start
yeah."
stepping out, you're like,
So what I ended up doing is I did it the first with the holiday video, right? And what I just tried to match the cinematic to kind of what the video was gonna be, right?
yeah,
So I remember with the holiday video, I was so proud because if you go back and watch the holiday video, the cinematic I chose for Rocket League, it seamlessly like the cinematics like a car going and hitting the ball,
yeah,
and then the next clip is the ball coming at Bronze and Bronze hitting the ball, right?
yeah,
And it just fit. And I was like, "Oh man, I fucking nailed that."
yeah. You get that
Like that,
feeling.
I was like, "Oh man," I was like,
It makes you.
I told Bull, I was like, "Did you see that Rocket League cinematic? Did you see did you see what I did there? Like, oh man, like it's just like when you hit it, it's like, ooh, I'm amazing." But
Yeah,
then like there's times where like the cinematic's just like it's there,
yeah,
and you're like, man, like it's here. I feel like it's just a filler, and I like I'll tell Bullet, and she's like, what about? I don't like using a cinematic if it's only one clip, right?
yeah,
Like so in this video we only had one Destiny clip, and I'm like I don't want a cinematic because it's like I don't want cinematic clip, cinematic clip, cinematic clip, right?
yeah,
It just I want some structure. So what I did is it was the intro or like the opening clip, the intro, the Destiny clip, and then cinematic 3 or 4 Apex clips, cinematic 3 or 4 Cold War clips, cinematic Warzone clips. So the cinematic led into a decent stretch of the video.
yeah.
And there's a flow to it, right? There's a nice little flow with the cinematics. But it's hard, man. Like when you step out of that comfort zone of what like Bullet could come in like, "Hey, I need a video made," and with my old formula, bro, I could make a video in 10 minutes, no problem. Like I got you, like because the editing software is so easy, right? Like all I have to do is make sure the fading in and out on the videos is crisp. But they have a built-in wizard to where like that the 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 black screen between clips,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah,
Like if your clips don't line up, this program takes that out with their wizard they have, right?
yeah,
So like the hardest part of making like a video on some software is making sure the clips line up to where they're seamless, right?
yeah.
This takes all that out for me. So when you like, oh man, let me like the pre-work on the video is the hardest part. When like you guys send me a clip and it's a minute long and then I got to trim it down to 20 seconds, that takes the most time when making a video.
And I
The
think
actual
that goes into what software he used too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Because like I could go into like Sony Vegas and I'd be like a fish out of water because I'm like, what?
Same here. It is
Like,
so intense.
yeah, like listen, I'm used to the program doing everything for me here. Like, you mean I gotta actually,
I use VideoPad, and it's such a simple version of editing that it takes a lot of like again like I can even though whenever I get it in the video itself, if I need to trim a video down, woo, Bronze, my man, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much. It cuts out a lot of stuff. It's user friendly.
exactly. Yeah.
User friendly. Sony Vegas, I'm like, you know what? I'm done. You know what?
Yeah. So I got brave one day and I was like, yo, I'm gonna try Adobe After Effects. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna dip my toe in some serious water, right?
Good luck, buddy.
And I'm like, oh man, like I use Photoshop, I can figure out After Effects. Wrong.
It's a different
Like,
nightmare. It's
no,
a
it's
different
a
monster.
whole different. Like, I've been using Photoshop for 15 plus years, right? Um, I have a very what I used to be able to do in Photoshop 15 years ago is the same exact thing I can do in Photoshop now, right?
And
Uh,
After Effects, there's so much you can do. The learning curve, like Bronzer said, the learning curve in
yup,
After Effects is, buddy, you can go
you,
from basic to like, man, I could have you morphing in that video if I want to, and just
yeah,
some
and I
crazy
remember
stuff.
I wanted to do something so simple in After Effects, right? Like it was just the simplest thing, and for the life of me, I couldn't figure out how to do it. Like in my head, I'm like, this would be so simple. They'll have a button I can push that'll do it for me. Wrong.
You know,
Didn't happen. Wasn't there.
you know, one video that comes to my mind for TGBG that I did was For Honor. Like I didn't play the game, and I know, to me,
Oh, I love the 4 Honor video I
the
did.
the 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 one, I think the body bags, when it was the body bag series 14, I thought I did it. For me, I thought it just, I put a lot of thought, in it for the editing part of it, right? Like
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
I I did some research on the video itself and the games, and I started looking at like, okay, because I like having them cinematic moments, right? But it's got to have a good flow to it. It's got to go. It's got to go with the video. And that For Honor video that I did for the team, dude, I remember when I was making it and I got done with it, I messaged Bullet right then. I said,
You gave it the old chef's kiss, right? Like,
you have got to watch
oh,
this bitch, because it was
yup.
like the song
DJ picked out.
that DJ picked out. I was like, he
Yeah.
gave me that cup, and I was like, okay. So then I was looking at the clips again. This is straight up fighting, bro. It's like swords and shit, and we're going all into it. I was like, yo, okay. I was like, okay. I'm looking at the song, like, dude, at the very end of that video, and it goes like, look how legends are made, and it goes boom, and I have that guy like turning and going out there. So I was like, oh my god! I said, oh shit! It just perfect, just damn. I was like, oh my god.
I'll be honest
Fuck.
with you. The very first time that I really got into the music being the video, right, was when I did the 4 Honor video for DJ, and he gave me this song,
And
and
his,
like if you just like you listen to the song without the video, you're like, ooh, like this ain't my
this ain't
jam,
my
right?
jam, right? But when you put that shit
Right.
behind it,
Yeah. Yeah, and like the video, like it was the first time where like a guy swings a spear, and when it goes like douche and like he hits, right? And I was like, oh my god, like I nailed this. Like every time somebody swung a sword, the song hit. Every time this happened, the song hit, like bam, bam, bam. I was like, oh my god, like what the, and from then on it's like that's when I've been like, yo, if I can get the song to to right, the clips will fall in. Bam, we're golden.
I remember that video when I made it. I said, damn, bro, this. I hope they like it. You know, I'm thinking like, God, I think it's the shit.
Mm-hmm.
Um. All right, Bullets. I think it's time to roll for the giveaway. Do we have enough people that has done hashtag TGBG? If you haven't done hashtag TGBG, do so. You get a chance to win a travel mug with this TGBG logo on it, or a $15 PayPal. Harriet, you get this roll? It is LOL. What? Hashtag you get this roll? Yeah, 1 second. Okay. Yeah, let's get everybody in the last chance to get this giveaway. We'll get it rolling here. The music, dude, I remember that, man. And the body bags 14 one I did was another one. I thought, I was like, man, this the song choice I picked, and I was like, man, I gotta start thinking on how I want this to look, and you know, it's just you have to sit down and think. Like, I think the times of just throwing the clips and the song on it and posting it, that's out the door.
Yeah, yeah. Like I feel. I mean, it'll work to a point, but like so for somebody who's just there for it, that might work. But for like me, like now that I've made videos, like when I watch somebody else's video, like I kind of dissect it, right? Like,
Oh yeah.
they like they did
Did
this.
you dissect my latest YouTube video?
You know what? I have not, but I heard about it through the grapevine. Heard I need to check it out.
Oh, bronze, you man, bronze. Congratulations on winning the mug or $15 PayPal, your choice. Hey man, hey big man, let me hold $1.
But
Uh,
yeah, like I'll watch I'll watch a video and I'm like like I
I,
like
I do that as well, and then I go watch somebody that gets a professional
mhm,
to
mhm.
to do it, and I go, what the hell? And I didn't make nothing like theirs.
Yeah, like I'll watch somebody uses like all the effects
And
and
I'm
stuff and
like
I'm
going
like,
like, dude, I'm
oh
nowhere at the par with that joint. Like, holy
yeah, like
shit.
I
They got
remember I
shit
remember the
coming down out of the sky. You're like, oh, what the hell is that?
I remember
Okay, sorry. The money, the $15 PayPal is for money out of the U.S. I'm sorry. Let me correct
I
that.
I remember the first time I had somebody outside of TGBG be like, "Hey, can you make a video for me?" And I'm like, "What?" And like I made it, and he was like, "Oh man, this was good. Like, if in a week or so can you make noise?" I was like, "Yeah, that's fine." And then I'm pretty sure like this guy went and watched a video of somebody who knew what they were doing. He's like, "Hey, is there any way like you could like add some effects and stuff and maybe like stop it and slow it down?" I'm like, "No, I cannot do that."
This is what I'm good at right here. Like, if you.
Yeah, like
It's
listen,
tough.
right,
It's.
and I'll tell Bullet all the time. It's like, "Hey," I was like, "I am pigeonholed into this is what I'm good at, right?
Yeah.
If you want this style of video, I can give it to you all the time. If you want something better or more like flashy, by all means, outsource that shit to somebody else because like I am at the point now where I am too old to learn new things. Like I can't go into Sony Vegas and learn it on my own these days, right?
Yeah,
Like
YouTube is going to
15
be.
I taught myself how to use Photoshop. You know, 15 years ago, I would look at like goodtutorials.com and I taught myself all that. These I don't have the patience.
And it's
And
all
yeah,
trial and error. That's the
right.
next thing. Dabbing in a
And yeah,
little
I
bit.
did grow these last two, but these last two, and I think Chef can attest to this. Cinematics are just a feel thing. It's finding the right cinematic to fit the video.
Yeah, and that clip that you got it coming in before or after
Right.
the flow.
Effects are more of a they're there for show. They just add some pizzazz, and if I mess up the cinematic, it doesn't kill the video. It's just like, you know, if you put an effect in a video that just is unnecessary, doesn't need to be there, or you mess it up, you kill the whole video.
Yeah.
Um, and it's you need better software for effects. You need more expensive software, and it's a lot more time consuming to use those programs. And I would rather if we ever got to the point where I would rather just somebody who is much more qualified. Like, okay, these days, if you come to me and you're like, "Hey, I need an emote mate," I'm like, "Yo, go talk to High Risk." Like, I'm
Yeah.
not your guy.
Yeah.
Go talk to High Risk.
Yeah.
Like, as somebody who does graphics and somebody who makes videos, I am more than big enough to point out who is better than me and who you should go to if you want something done. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh, I can do better than high risk. Like bring it to me. Like no, if you, like high risk on a bad day can probably make a better emote than I can. I'll admit that.
Dude.
So if you want an emote done, go talk to high risk. If you
And I know for high risk, right? So like ours is making a video for him drawing. Like I know it's just like writer's block. Like I know,
mm-hmm.
but and I when some of the stuff he makes and does, and then I'm gonna hype you. I'm your hype man, high risk. We're gonna be a hype man, dude. You got some stuff out there, man. It's good as shit. It's good as shit. I mean, if you ask me to make that, I don't know how to. Okay, I will try to, but
I'll draw it on a piece of paper.
I'll draw that shit on a piece of paper. How can I get this drawing from this piece of paper onto my computer? Like I'm thinking, like what the hell? Like it like you have this. People are like that. You have that like Warzone players. You got people up here. You got the middle ground. You got people like me who are down here at the bottom. We're like, what the hell just happened? All right. Real safe. Can you please everyone about the new emote dropping? We have a new emote dropping tomorrow. We gonna post it on Twitter Bullet, or we got somebody streaming on TV channel tomorrow. I'm excited to see it. I'm also excited to see the new video come out because I'm very curious of the song now. Very, very curious of the song. Very, very curious for the song choice for the new video. Yeah, it's the drawing aspect of making the emote below. I would love to watch a video like a Twitch stream of somebody actually making. I'm sure somebody does that.
I would love to see a time lapse video of what high risk drawing an emote. Would love to see start to finish the process that he does. Because I know from doing graphics kind of what he does, but the difference between what I do and what he does is everything he does is by hand, right? He draws it out. Everything I did, it was more of like either pre-made fonts or pre-made text or manipulating photos to get the effect that I want. So like I know like some stuff, but I would love to see what goes into the full on start to finish. You know,
if we could have him record his voice, it'd be just like us making a damn saying for the Hazy video. Oh, this shit sucks. Scrap this bitch.
Well, yeah, because like I know like so high risk will come to me. He's like, hey, I think this drawing's trash. What do you think? And I'm like, bro, it's good. Like, what are you talking about? You did send it to me, high risk. I remember watching that, but I want another one. But it's like he'll be like, this is trash. I'm like, dude, like that's a good emote. What are you talking about? And then it's more of as an artist and as like with us, you get inside your own head, and you're like, sometimes simple is better. Sometimes taking the path of least resistance is the outcome that is needed. And for like high risk to be able to reach out to somebody and just get that little like reassurance or like, hey, I'm trying to make an emote for this, but I can't think of anything. And then like all it takes is that like one word and they're like, oh shit, why didn't I think of that? That's a great idea.
Yeah.
And then put pen to paper and do it. It's like, man, like it like I remember back when I started making videos. Remember when I did the John Wick video?
Yes, the Baby Yaga.
Yeah, and me and you're like, oh, bro, I got the clip for you. Like, and me and you kind of like collabed on that. And you're like, yo, I saw this, I thought it would be perfect, and I was like, oh man, let's do it. Like, because I believe the clip you sent me was that motherfucker's John Wick.
Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah.
And I remember putting in a video, and I'm like, oh, I nailed this shit. Like, I loved the John Wick videos that I made. But it was like, when you can go to somebody else and, like, bounce ideas off and, like, get a fresh perspective on what you're working on, it makes that particular project so much easier. Like, it makes it to where you can, like, sometimes all it takes is a different mind to really put the finishing touches on a project.
Yeah.
And like sometimes you just get in your own way. Like if you start thinking too much and you start making little mistakes because you're trying, like you see one thing like, oh, let me fix this, and then you mess something else up, and then you're like, oh, like fuck.
What did I just do?
Yeah, the porter potty clip was probably Fortnite was my peak, like, excitement levels when I would do something good. Like, I used to have, like, the funniest, like, moments playing Fortnite because I would, like, I remember Kraken and I would do, like, we would play snipers only duos, and that's really when I started, like, really getting, like, vocal when I'm playing. And I am a firm believer that when you call somebody a bitch after you kill them,
They're a
it
bitch.
makes you play 10 times better.
Yes,
Like
100%.
if like snipe bitch, like if you just like call it out as you do it, like you never miss a shot. Like
Bullet,
that's my
Bullet, you had last night when you were talking to Monkey. I got jumped by some zombies and skeletons on Minecraft. I yelled. Shit went down. I was scared for my life. Right? They jumped me. I said, "Yo, player, not in my hood." We came in, I threw hands, but it scared the shit out of me. I screamed middle of their conversation, Mason. They're trying, or Bullet's trying to get into on the Minecraft, and me and Monkey are in the Nether, right? And the Nether's a scary damn place, right? This games get a little too wild some damn time. I cut the corner, all hell, but they jumped me, player. 4 of them, fucking on my ass. I was going, ho, 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 and her monkey's like, "I'm coming," you know. It's just like,
is on
dude,
the way.
I'm a screamer. I'm a screamer. Bullet, you're gonna
100%.
laugh. Everybody, a lot of people come in my chat now. I've been saying, I want to see you play a scary game. I don't want to play no damn scary game. I want to take. Wait, cut that out back there. She wants to see me play because she wants to see me get scared of damn death. I'm not a jumpy person. Like, you come up behind me, oh, a little bit, but I'm like, but if you get a video game and something's chasing me, hell nah, cuz. I go in the damn, like, I throw, hey, like, come on, bitch. Hey.
What we need to do is we need to find a 2-player scary game, right?
Okay.
And me and you get in on it, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm a screamer too. I'm a yeller. I'm a like when I will get when I get in like that mode to where I'm just having fun playing. I will. I have a clip that I saved, and I didn't use it for this video, but I was feeling myself sniping, right? And Kraken was up on this hill, and he had guys pushing him. And I was like, "Yo, Bob Lee Swagger's on the way, right?" I'm like, "Bob Lee's coming. Lead him to Bob Lee." I don't know. You know who Bob Lee Swagger is?
Yes, from the
From
shooter.
Shooter, right?
Yeah.
Shooter, right? And I'm like, "I'm coming," and I come up the hill, and like if you could see the mini map, Kraken's running my direction. I'm running at him, and I got my Pellington, and I come up, and I'm like, pop. And I'm pop, and I go, "Bob Lee Swagger, let's fucking go, Kraken!" And just fucking like keep running. And it's like when you get into it, and like you like Lisa will always be like, "What the fuck are you doing in there?"
Like, I'm having the
Like,
time of my life.
I'm balling out. What are you talking
You know
about?
who Bobby
Like,
Swagger is? You're looking at him right now.
yeah. Like, listen, you get to sleep in the same bed as Bob Lee Swagger. You know, put some respect on my name.
Bullet, you're on TGBG because I said to T I want that guy who screams. Look, at that time of my life, Bullet, I can't remember. It was TC streaming. We were playing B. I remember it to this day. I remember that day you came in there and TC stream and we're playing BO4 and I got my Cuda with cooties and I'm sitting there and I am ripping at. Okay, I'm tearing the team up. And I'm screaming like, "You don't got shit!" And I'm over talking. Kraken's probably going, "I wish this guy would just shut up." He's just going, "I can't kill nobody." And I'm just there. I'm in the spawn. I'm flipping the spawn. I get pissed. I'm like, I'm just screaming. And I had TC stream up, and that's the first time I met Bullet. Bullet goes, "Who is that screaming?" Bro, I'm the baddest motherfucker in this lobby.
Bro, I tell you what, like if I start feeling it in a game, I become the cockiest motherfucker alive. Like I feel like I can go out there and slay dragons. Like let's go. Like get in my backpack, we're going.
Then in Cold War, the next game you get slapped.
Yeah, next game is like shit.
Yeah, it was Nuketown, Bullet. It was Nuketown. I was jumping everywhere.
But like when we play Warzone, I was talking to King about this, and we were talking about like kills and stuff, and I'm like, I'm pretty in Warzone. I'm pretty like I'm that like quiet assassin, right?
Yeah.
Like I'll put up like a 13 kill game, and you have no idea I'm doing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because just like slow, methodical. I'm just I'm just in my zone, and like, but you get those moments where I put on my I don't give a fuck pants on, right? And I just start playing like a crazy man, and I start getting into it, right? Like I just start talking shit to whoever I kill. Like, let's go, motherfucker. Like, yeah. Like, it's like a switch gets hit in you. And, like, you go from, like, this chill dude to, like, people are like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, who does he think he is?
The other weekend, he got to see that come out. A person, I was playing Cold War, they shot my body.
Oh no, the
And
disrespect.
and I talked with Resistance last week, like, was that disrespectful or not? Dude, and I was talking shit to him too, because I was in game chat. And he shot my, and I just unloaded my whole bullfrog clip into him. We're like, don't you ever shoot my body. And I made it, dude, and it was perfect because in the final kill cam, I got to play the game, and you said, and I'm shooting his body, and I'm like, don't shoot. And he's going like, you think you bad? I'm like, baby, set the lobby up right now. Get your punk ass. Yeah, I was like, I told Keith, I went, oh, I got to go to Walmart. I'll talk to you later. Oh,
Bro,
God.
I know, like, in Warzone, like, I feel like when somebody shoots at you, it's like like this motherfucker here, right? Like,
Yeah.
like, you pick out everybody on this map.
Me.
And the moment, like, the best moments are when they almost have you dead, and they get that little hair up their ass, and they push you, and then just out of nowhere you come up and you're like, blah, and they're dead, and you're like, yeah, motherfucker, bet you regret that, don't you?
I miss the
Like,
days where you could teabag and get an award for it.
I know, like with bounties, we'll get hunted,
Oh, God.
and then like these kids will like push in like they're Warzone veterans, and they push in, and then like we just mark them. I'm like, do you think they regret their decision to like come fuck with us? Like, you think they regret it? And then there are those times where like people hunt us and they kill us instantly. I'm like, bet you they don't regret that.
Yeah,
That's easy money.
I've always want to be that thought. Whenever the bounty expires, right, and they're right there in the field, like, these motherfuckers think they safe. I don't think so. I know where you at. I'm coming. Right.
Bro, it's yeah, like you try to like you let it expire and like I'm coming for that.
I don't care.
Bro.
I don't
like,
care about that.
Remember the name because I'm coming.
Yeah, we wasn't a threat on your map, but guess what? We're closer now, dude. And dude, I remember because we were laughing at it the other evening when it was me, Lyle, and Merc, and we were trying to get in front of the play. He just like Warzone. They were dude. The bounty was across the whole entire map. I'm like, why? And so we're going. We're going. We don't care. I've already in the gulag once. I've been called in 4 times. At this point, I got care less.
Oh, that's when I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, right. I'm coming. Like, we're going. And we're teams are shooting us. I don't care. And then you get their contract expired. Not on my watch. I'm still on it. They were in threat mode. Right, we're in DEFCON 1. Now I'm on your ass. Now I'm on the door. Let me in. I still want that 250. Give me that 250 and that change. Give me that shield.
You thought you were safe? No.
Oh, good times. Good times.
But like I just feel like nowadays the games are so sweaty that you just can't have fun anymore. Like you just like it's a mix of people taking it way too seriously and then not giving a shit.
The Fortnite days when people weren't taking it seriously. That's what
like you could just go out there, you could have fun, you could slay out. Like you didn't care if you got 2 kills. You didn't care. You were just out there
protect the president. Remember, do you ever do that?
Yeah, like you were having fun. Like I remember, like one of the funniest times I ever had on Fortnite. We were playing with Bullet, and she spent like the last 2 circles in a bush, right, and won the game. And I remember popping like we just won the World Series, and because she killed that guy, and I was like the best hype man ever because it's like let's fucking go Bullet, like, and it's like nowadays like TC the other night like clutched up and won us a game, and I gave him like a little golf clap, like.
Dude, okay. I feel like if I win a Warzone now, I need a fucking contract, and I'm ready for my ring. Like, where's my contract at? Doritos, Mountain Dew, hit me up. I'm ready to go.
I remember back in June, July, April, May last year at some point, I got really into Warzone. And Tony and Recon and Popeye and myself, we played in the Nick Merck's.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
The M-Fam Gauntlet, right? And I remember like treating it like it was the Super Bowl. Like this is like we're like let's go. And I had the best game of my Warzone life in that tournament, and to this day, you can't take it away from me. My PR came in that tournament, and I'm like, bro, I'm probably the world's greatest.
Yeah.
Like, come at me. Like,
Nick
I
Merckx?
dropped 19 in Nick Merck's tournament. Come at me.
Yeah.
And to this day, you can ask Kingpin, you can ask Kraken, you can ask TC. You mentioned the name Prestigious Key to me. I will tell you about the time I bodied him in a lobby in the Modern Warfare beta when we played Cyber Attack. Without any hesitation. You say Prestigious Key, I was like, I bodied him in the Modern Warfare beta, right?
Yeah, dude,
I
that was me. That was me
whooped
with
whooped his ass.
Marka J. I ran against Marka J in Call of Duty Ghost, and at the time I watched a lot of Marka J, so I knew who he was, and I seen his name pop in the kill for the other team. And I'm sitting there till the guys. I went, guys, Marka J's in our lobby. I'm about to trash can this motherfucker. I want to see how good he is. And dude, Marka J's dirty, bro. I come across him. I dropped shot at him. I was like, "Yeah, son, what's up?" Well, and dude, I rolled that game. And his team was not good at being bad. He was the one carrying their team. It's the only reason why it was close. I remember going in again. I was like, GG, Mark. And he's like, next game. I'm like, yeah. And he backed out. I went, "What's up, player?" But there has been instances when I run across a big person, Pomage. And Black Ops 2, son, not a chance in hell. I got my ass stomped.
So these days, because everybody likes to make their name look like a big streamer, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure we've all killed a Nick Merckx in Warzone. Or we've all killed Tim the Tap Man. Or,
Oh,
you
remember
somebody.
that in the beta? When was it you playing with us? Or
yeah, we were playing Ground War, right?
Yeah,
and
Ninja! And I'm like, I just shit on Tim!
Yeah. And then we were like, oh, shit, that ain't them.
Yeah, like, shit.
Like, man. But yeah, like, to this day, bro, Prestigious Key. Like, I went on his YouTube. I was like, did I make the cut? And I was like, nah, I shit on him too much. He didn't want to put me on there. Like, that's why. That and my 19 in the Gauntlet are like, how Dr. Disrespect has his 2-time back-to-back championships?
Yeah.
That's mine. Like, MFAM Gauntlet and Modern Warfare Beta. Come at me. Come get some. Like,
I just world starred this fool.
Yeah, like, listen. Like, I was playing with Crack, and I was like, yo, I am shitting on Prestigious Key, right? Like, this kid does not want any of the smoke. And then, like, it was a similar situation. Like, he was the good.
Yeah.
I didn't care. Because I shit on him. Like, listen, bro. Like, I might be the next big thing in gaming.
Yeah.
Like,
Again, Mountain Dew, hit me up.
Like, at that moment, I was like, listen, I might pursue professional Call of Duty now. Like, I feel like I can make it. Like, I just bodied that content creator. Like, listen, you can't do shit to me. Listen, I'm not very good at it. I had my moments.
Oh, good times. Well, Maizin, I think we're gonna call that a night, sir.
Yes, sir.
We've had some good times, some good talks. Bronze, congratulations on the winning the travel mug. Amazing, awesome video for TGBG. It looks good. I'm glad we got to showcase it tonight. You show the video? You show the video one more time?
One more time.
All right, give me 1 second here.
Planting Claymore.
Call coming.
I seem to be having some technical difficulties with Dropbox. It just told me no, that I need to re-download it. Okay. Alright, it's actually not even there no more. Where'd it go? Something went wrong. It's gone.
It's still there for me.
The item was the... Okay. Okay. That's what it says for me real quick. What is going on right now?
Yeah, Bullet said you can find it on YouTube.
Find it on YouTube real quick. Okay. Again, hold on one second. It's gonna look probably kind of funny. I hope it looks good. Let me do this. Window capture. Let me blah 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 blah. right. Oh, wrong part right there. All right. Well, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Good job, Maizin. Good video. Everybody loved the clips. Good song. Love it all.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Next week, we're going to take the week off next week. And then we'll regroup. And the following week, we'll bring the podcast back for episode number 9. Not sure what's going to be in store for that one. But everybody, again, thank you, Maizin, for coming on tonight's podcast. I think we had a really good talk tonight. We kind of just went on and just filled each other out. I kind of really enjoyed it, sir. We'd love to have you on again.
Bro, I am totally down. 2 weeks. Sign me up. I'll be back.
Sounds good.
You let me know what we're talking about, and I'll be here.
We'll put your name on the list.
Pencil me in with pen, my friend.
All right, everybody. Thank you for stopping by the TGBG channel, and I hope you enjoyed TGBG On Comms podcast number 8. We also put these on YouTube, so if you didn't catch it, they're on the TGBG YouTube channel. By all means, check it out. Leave a comment. Let us know what you think. Like, subscribe. Follow the Twitch channel. Don't miss anything else.
That bell.
Follow us on Twitter. Woo! Y'all have yourselves a good night.